And I did it again. All right. Hold, please. There we go. All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Kingdom of the Kael Isles. For those of you that may be tuning in for the first time tonight, this is a custom D&D setting that I have created, and these, I don't know, maybe unwise people have decided to trounce their way through it, including a dragon this week, because that's just awesome. So I am going to start by having you guys introduce yourselves and your characters very quickly, and then we'll get right into the adventure. So starting on my screen at the bottom left-hand corner, Elaine.
Darn, I was not ready. I'm Elaine. I'm Elaine. I'm half-elf rogue, and hopefully not the next Wheaton. This week, month, hopefully. Yeah.
All right, and then Avok.
What's good, everybody? I'm Avok, the human barbarian, or in my head, I'm pretty much Manu Bennett, so yeah.
All right, and the illustrious Fade.
Hello, I am Fade, the Eladrin cleric, who is very creepy.
Punchinello apparently has fans in the audience. Let's go to Phaeton. Oh, Phaeton.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Dragon, speak.
I am the dragon. No. Phaeton, I'm playing a Ladrin wizard. And, we'll see what happens.
All right. And then finally, the always lovely Punchinello.
Hi, I'm Punchinello. I'm a halfling. I was going to say half-elf, but I'm a halfling.
He's half
And a barbarian.
There can only be one.
I'm half something.
And apparently, according to
Wow.
chat, you are also a sexy beast. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, that's how it works.
It's the beard. It's the beard. It's the eyes.
Nobody thinks
sure
the
the
DM
bald
is a
head
sexy
helps, too.
beast. I mean,
The
you know,
bald-
that
yeah,
would
the
probably
baldness-
be
the bald-
the nice
It's a
thing to
good
do.
thing.
No, that's cool too. You know, sounds like someone's gonna have a lot of disadvantage tonight, but whatever, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
All right, so to give you guys a little bit of recap of what has happened thus far. These 5 people, it used to be 6. One of them just kind of decided on doing something different and join the circus. Join the circus sounds good. Aw, thanks, Boxley. You guys all got approached at different times, at different points in your life, by a mysterious being who invited you to the Platinum City, which is the capital of the Eladrin Empire that rules this part of the world. You were all contacted and told to go to the Platinum City to speak with someone involving a job that would require your specific skills. When you guys got there, you had a little bit of fun realizing that Eladrin, as a whole, are kind of dicks to anyone that's not an Eladrin. Present company excluded, of course.
We're
And
still dicks.
got into a little bit of an altercation, got to meet your contact, who's a platinum rapier, one of the very, very high-ranking officials in the Eladrin government. After meeting with him, Platinum Rapier Aethwin was his name. After meeting with him, you guys got told that there is a pirate that has been causing a lot of trouble for the Eladrin Navy itself. They've never been able to capture this guy, and so they figured sending a group of very talented, very specifically talented people might be a more effective way of hunting this guy than just sending the entire armada out in a random goose chase. So after you guys met with the captain and his first officer, he's a dwarven captain, which is kind of weird in the Eladrin Navy. But you guys got on this very cool looking ship, which I'm going to see if I can show the audience. Not that, that's the pirate ship. It's around here somewhere. I'll just do that. So you got onto this very, very nice dwarven ship that looks like that, because dwarves apparently have a thing for dragons. And went off to this lovely portside town to kind of figure out. You guys know that there was an attack that happened around here recently, so you guys went to this town to try and get some information. After you guys wandered around for a little bit, you kind of coalesced at a local tavern with a very colorful barkeep owner type person named Old One Eye, who is telling the most amazing story ever, until you guys decided to get into a fight with some pirates that you believed were part of this ship that you're trying to attack. You murderized them very well, I might add. A little bit too well, Mr. Death Cleric person. And afterwards, the town itself got very upset that you went and killed these pirates and tried to capture you, which led on this rather entertaining chase through the city, where all but Fade just decided to kind of hang back and not do anything because he wasn't here that week. Everyone else kind of ran through the city except for Phaeton, who turned into an old woman and kind of hid. Unfortunately, the chase ended with a group of very well-trained pirates that were there to avenge their fallen comrades. The fight went poorly, to say the least, and you all were rendered unconscious, including Fade for some odd reason. He was really quiet the entire time, though. It was kind of weird. And when you guys woke up, you were in a prison cell on a boat. The captain came on and introduced himself, mentioned that he would be interrogating you, and then once he was done with you, he would probably kill you, and left with a really cool French accent. And you guys got the bright idea that perhaps your best bet would be to escape as opposed to staying in there. So after the two barbarians were able to bend their ways out of the bars, which was really impressive, especially with such a small... This little halfling just went... It was really cool. You guys started looking around. You found out that directly next to the jail cells that you were in was like a cargo bay. You searched around there for a little bit, weren't able to find a whole lot, and then realized that there were people coming. And that's where we ended it. So, now we're going to get back into this. So, what I would like, and I just realized I don't have the thingama Uzi what's it that I need open. I know I make perfect sense all the time. There we go. Put you over here. Sorry, I'm trying to be like, organized, and it's just not working.
Organization? What's that?
Yeah, who does that? That's just,
Right?
it's stupid.
I do not know this word.
Organizations for squares.
It's hip to be a square. Sorry.
Just don't put an X in our face.
I was the one who was getting grabbed last episode.
Normally, I'm much more organized than this. I am just super out of it. Okay. A little better. All right, so you guys, again, you're in a cargo hold. Fade has just now gotten out of his prison cell to join you. What basically happened last week, you guys searched around. You weren't able to find a whole lot of useful stuff in there, and none of you have any of your weapons, armor, basically
I have
just...
a femur.
You have a femur, yes. You have a femur.
Yes.
The rest of you, though...
Files that we got out of the box.
Oh, yeah, and Phaeton has some vials. The rest of you...
I grabbed one of those fun things, the Molotov cocktails.
Oh, yeah, you guys found booze. I forgot about the booze.
I was figuring that was what those vials are going to be used for, because flaming stuff.
Yeah, fire is always useful. Other than those few things that you guys were able to find, you don't have your holy symbols, component pouches, weapons, armor, anything. And you guys have kind of set yourself up to kind of ambush these people that are coming to check on you. You've heard a few voices coming around. You don't know exactly how many people are coming, but it didn't sound like a lot. So, what would you guys like to do? Again, probably within the next 5 minutes, people are going to be coming through this area, and you are aware of this because you rolled well enough. So, what would you guys like to do?
Attempt to stealth.
Okay. Would you like to, as far as like stealthing is concerned, would you like to hide behind like, boxes somewhere in the cargo hold? The cargo hold itself is massive. This is a very, very big room. It actually goes all the way to the top of the ship, and the ship itself is just huge. So you're looking at like, I don't know, a good 50 by 50 square-ish kind of room that goes up a good 30 or 40 feet.
Could I look for like a loose plank or something that I could maybe make into a makeshift club?
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation. Intelligence investigation.
6.
So as you're... and there goes the video. As you're... did he go? Wow. One bad roll and he's just gone.
He's back. He's back.
It was a 6. I was really embarrassed.
Yeah. We thought it was basically just a rage quit. It's like 6. Table flip. As you search around, you really can't find much of anything. The boxes themselves are well made enough that it would be difficult to break them into a wieldable weapon. So, yeah. You did find quite a few planks and things on the floor of the boat because it's kind of made up of them. So, I mean, that's a plus.
I found them.
They're everywhere.
All right. Prep work for anybody else. Anything else that you guys want to do?
I'm hiding amongst the boxes, preferably close to one that the vials in it, so I can have reloads.
To be honest, there's tons of boxes. Are you preferring to be closer to the door where they're going to be coming in, or further away?
A little bit further away.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity stealth check.
A dexterity stealth check. Let's see, what do I need to roll for that?
And because you are a giant dragon, you have disadvantage. No, I'm kidding. If you start using a breath weapon, I will start making this more difficult on you.
You changed the race to Dragonborn?
Here we go. Now he's rolling.
4.
Wow.
What'd you get?
We're starting off
That's a good roll.
We're starting off good.
Awesome. So you think you're
absolutely
stealth.
hit it. No one can see me.
It helps if I actually spell the darn thing right. Sorry, I'm making up the initiative order because you guys are about to be in trouble. So.
Oh, God.
All right, so you did remarkably well. You think you're stealthed.
Yep, I'm hiding on top of the box.
Yep, you are. All right, the rest of you guys. What?
Going to also try and hide behind some boxes.
Hide behind some boxes. Okay.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any near the doorway? Is there any kind of shelf structures or cases?
There's really not any shelves in this place. It's more just for larger cargo and stuff like that. You're assuming anything that they would put on a shelf, they would probably store at another part of the ship.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
Everyone's doing well. So you think you're stealth too, on top of the box.
I'm
least-
gonna ready an action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stealth behind the doorway.
Okay, so you're gonna
Or
be
like
right
to the
next
side.
to the door.
Yeah, with my femur ready to go because I'm
Okay.
gonna rock someone with the femur.
Cool.
So, want me to stealth
Go ahead.
check? Yeah.
Please don't roll.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
So that's like a 5.
Oh my god! We're going to
You guys,
die.
you guys aren't gonna make it through the first 30 minutes of this adventure.
We're on top of the boxes.
So
we have
you
higher
think
ground.
you're stealthed as well. You're hiding in front of the door. Um,
Okay.
Just
I'm
ready
gonna
to go. Ready to go.
I'm gonna do essentially what he was gonna try to do, like get to the side of the door and just get ready
Okay.
to like grab like the last person who comes in and like either snap their neck or put them in a sleeper hold.
okay, so go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Roll stealth check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Bright side is there's 2 barbarians in the doorway.
17.
All right, so you think you're stealth as well. However, you're not standing in front of anything, so I mean, there's a slight difference there. All right, so as you guys are doing this and making a fair amount of noise as you're doing this, Avok and Punchinello, you guys are the closest, and so you're the ones that are actually able to hear kind of the conversation changing. Up until that point, it was kind of that droll where it's just killing time and stuff like that, and then once Punchinello got into his location, he started hearing things like, "Wait, did you hear something? Nah, it can't be anything. Wait, no, I definitely hear something." And then you hear a very familiar sound of weapons being unsheathed, and then all the sound that you were hearing becomes very quiet. And I would like Punchinello and Avok to make me perception checks.
Oh.
17.
17, okay. And
Five.
5, awesome. So,
Well, I'm standing in the doorway, so I get an advantage of what's going on.
so Avok is basically, now that he's hidden, he's decided that he doesn't have to, if he can't see them, they can't see him. So he's done this and has no idea that they're coming. However, Punchinello, you see right as basically they notice you notice them as well. They step through the door and kind of look directly at you. Avok is kind of readying himself, so he doesn't quite realize that they're there until it's a little bit too late. So 2 pirates show themselves and immediately take swings at you, Punchinello.
Which I already have a prepared action, so...
Yeah, you'll be
technically I
actually
swing on
taking a
them.
swing at them
Yeah.
before initiative starts. Unfortunately for you, though, since they knew you were there, they get the first shot.
Oh.
You know what I just realized? Having the monster manual out with the stat blocks, not the worst idea in the world. Hello, monster stat blocks.
Do not turn to the dragon page. Please continue.
Rakshasa.
Done.
That was the page I opened up to. Was Rakshasa.
I'd be happy.
Yeah, well, turns out that's what the captain is. He's a Rakshas.
Oh, God.
We're all going to die now.
I'd be pissed.
And then the fact is, we can't kill him.
Yeah.
He needs to talk.
Yeah,
to
demons are just annoying.
It's like I keep remembering that. I'm like, it's gonna come back.
Yep, unless you go to the plane it's from and kill it there.
I don't think they're planning to do that.
Yeah.
Pirates, the astral plane.
We could just go hang out on the elemental fire plane again.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
All right, so we're just going to use this one then, because that's fine. All right, so 2 scimitar-wielding baddies show up, and the first one, I think, a 16 is going to be my lowest against you, Punchinello. Does that hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 hits. Unfortunately, we
Cool.
Starting off great, guys.
you take
We're
a total
at
of
half HP,
11
right?
slashing damage. As they both come in, they immediately see you, and they swing their scimitars at you. However, as soon as you start feeling it cut into your skin, you instantly just start swinging with your improvised weapon at the same time.
Oh, sweet.
So go ahead and make an attack roll. You treat it as an improvised weapon.
18.
18 will definitely hit them.
And what is that? A D4?
It's a D4 plus your strength mod.
Okay. 2 plus 2 is 4.
All right, so they take 4 damage.
And we're at half HP, right?
Yes.
That's
Half.
right.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
You
I am
roll it.
also unconscious.
So wait a minute. Did they? Their damage took you to unconsciousness before. You wouldn't have been able to get that hit off if their immediate attack
Okay.
rendered you
Well, yeah,
unconscious.
I'm out. I'm out cold.
What if he fell forward and like shanked one of them?
With a club? Are you unfamiliar with how shanks work? I mean, obviously, maybe you just haven't
I
spent
figured it was a
enough time in
broken
prison.
Femur. Like it was broken in some way.
He was
Well, the
using
first line of defense is down, guys.
his club. So as soon as they come in, they slash him, and you notice that his eyes just kind of grow wide for a little bit, and he hits the ground. I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative for me.
Someone better rage.
I'm gonna have to. It's my last rage before I have to rest.
Yeah.
14 for me.
All right. So wait a minute. Elaine, what do you got?
17.
And then Avok,
6.
Fade,
14.
I
Phaeton.
don't maybe.
What do you got, Phaeton?
15.
All right, and then Punchinello.
Unconscious.
Oh yeah, you're unconscious. Still roll for initiative.
Okay, okay.
Your turn's going to be coming up.
3.
3. Excellent. That probably worked in your favor right now. All right, so the first people up are actually the pirates.
Great.
So they come in and they take this surprise round attack against him. They turn around and they see that you guys are out. And so one of them turns and just kind of screams down the back, "Prisoners have escaped!"
Wonderful.
And then they both start rushing towards the person that they see first, which is going to be Elaine, actually. No, Avok, you are hidden. They don't notice you.
That's right.
So,
well, forget it.
the first one rushes over to Elaine and makes an 13. Does the 13 hit you?
Oh, thank God, no.
All right, so he runs over, and you're sitting there going, "How did he see me?" And then as he comes over, he swings a scimitar down at you. You just kind of dodge out of the way and ready yourself for an attack. The second one goes to the second most visible person, which is going to be Fade, and he runs over to Fade. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. Avok. Because they're leaving your attack range, you can have an attack of opportunity on them, but that will reveal your location. So what would you like to do? You can wait.
No, I'm gonna actually. Yeah, I'm gonna reveal myself. I'm gonna grab there are 2 of them, right?
There's 2 of them. Yep.
Yeah, grab the one closest to me. I guess since they're both going after the others, I grab the one that's furthest from them but closer to me. Just
So you're gonna try and grapple him, basically.
yeah, pretty much grapple them.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
And I'm not raged. Fuck.
I just lost one of my guys.
That's not fair. It's not fair.
Uh-oh.
Well, skill check technically, but 7.
7. Okay. So as you sit there and you attempt to grab him, he instantly, without thinking, kind of grabs your arm and twists it in such a way that he's able to bend out of it. and realizing that there's an opponent closer, changes his attack from Fade to you.
Great.
Does an 8 hit you?
Thankfully, no.
You sure? You want to check that again? So he takes
I'm
a
a
big old
barbarian with unarmored defense.
so he takes a big old swing, and you just kind of dodge out of the way, but yeah, he's kind of focused on you now. Next up is going to be Elaine.
An 8 would miss a mage, by the way.
What?
I said that's all right. An 8 would miss a mage.
Yeah, I kind of realized that when I rolled it that poorly. Elaine, you are up. What would you like to do? There's only 2 of them that you can see right now.
Great. Oh gosh, we have no weapons.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I'm just gonna have to try and punch the guy in front of me.
All right. You basically make an attack with your proficiency bonus plus your strength mod. And then the attack itself will be 1 damage plus your strength mod. So if you hit, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
So it's the D20 plus what?
Basically, what's your strength mod?
It's 18 with strength.
No, what is your actual strength mod?
Plus 2.
Plus 2. Okay, so it'll be plus 4 to your attack roll because your
Oh.
proficiency bonus is plus 2. So
What's it 20?
20. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll, or you don't roll damage. You just do a flat 3 damage.
Cool.
All right, so as he comes over and he attacks you, you kind of roll a little bit off of this thing, and then you come down with just this kind of downward punch and smack him right across the jaw, and he kind of rubs it a little bit and just kind of gives you an evil look. Next up is going to be Phaeton.
Okay. How many targets do we have here?
Just 2 right now.
Just 2.
Yeah, one's next to Avok and one's next to Elaine. But they did scream the prisoners have escaped, so you may not be facing just 2 momentarily here.
Okay. Fine. Magic missile.
Okay.
Does
Is
not
that-
require components.
Very useful. So who are you aiming at?
Which is the one that took damage, or did both take damage?
The one facing Elaine's the only one that's taking damage thus far.
Okay, I'll nail him. 3 missiles.
All right, go for it.
And I roll for 9 damage.
9 damage. So you sit there and you start conjuring magical energies, and you fire these 3 ghostly bolts that kind of streak their way through. The first one hits him right in the chest. He staggers back. The second one hits him in the shoulder. He staggers back again. The third one hits him right between the eyes. And you notice his head whips back really fiercely from the impact. And then you notice he just hits the ground and does not seem to be moving.
Sweet.
Get rid.
All right, so next one up is going to be Fade.
Well, I think I'm going to go try to punch him
Okay.
with a 15.
15 is a hit. And you're going for the one, I'm assuming the one that's attacking Avok since he's the only one left?
Yeah, he was the one that came for me and then switched. So
Yep.
I want to punch him in the face.
Go for it.
Is it on our 4?
Unless you're trained in it, it's just 1 damage plus your strength mod.
Okay, so total of 4 damage then.
4 damage, gotcha. All right, so you come over after watching him try and take a swing at Avok and fail. I have to do math. Math is hard. So you come over and you just clock him in the back of the head. And you notice he reels a bit, but he kind of steadies himself and gets ready for another fight. Avok, you're up next.
All right. Well, let's see.
Got a dude in front of you.
Yep. I'm not feeling angry just yet, but I do want to punch this guy, so...
Okay.
Oh, for God's sakes, come on!
So you make your attack, and you get... Oh!
Sad face.
So, you kind of reel up to punch him, and you hit him directly in his studded leather armor on one of the studs.
Ow.
You notice that it does literally nothing to him. The armor, the hardened leather itself and the metal studs in it absorbs the blow completely. And you just kind of shake your hand for a little bit, wishing that you hadn't done that. Punchinello, I need a death saving throw from you.
Good times.
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
19.
What? 19?
19.
You are fine for this round. Next up are the pirates. Due to the fact that the pirate fighting you, Avok, just kind of looks at you, watches you hit hardened leather that will stop sword blades with your bare hand. He just kind of looks down, he looks at you, turns around, and as he's turning, comes with this like haymaker punch at Fade, because he feels that you're not really a threat. And it's an 8. Fade, does an 8 hit you?
It certainly does not.
So he comes with this big old haymaker punch, and you just put your arm up and stop it in his tracks and get back into your kind of boxing stance. Next up is going to be Phaeton. No, try again. Elaine.
Could I possibly pick up whatever weapon that guy had that we just knocked out?
Sure. He had a scimitar on him that would have hit the ground, so you can definitely pick it up. You can interact with an object
Would that
once
be my
during your turn. No, you can interact with an object for free once during your turn. So
Okay.
whether that's dropping an
Wow.
item or picking it up. So you have a scimitar.
It's a martial weapon.
It's a finesse weapon, too. So,
Ooh, well, yeah, I'm proficient in those, I think. I don't know.
yeah, you are. Trust me on this one. You are.
Okay. I'm gonna go attack that guy now.
All right, so you have your newly found scimitar. You go and take a swing.
So that would be that, my dex modifier, my proficiency modifier?
Yeah.
20?
20 is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It'll be 1d6 plus your dex mod.
D6. Plus my dex modifier?
Yep.
9.
9. All right, so you jump off the box after watching the pirate in front of you just drop after those missiles hit it. You jump off the box, and as you're going, you kind of pick up the sword. You run, and you plunge the sword into a weak spot in the armor, and you can feel it cut through clean. And then you kind of pull it, and the curvature of the blade actually goes and creates this incredibly deep gash throughout him. And you notice that the guy's eyes go really wide, and then you watch his face go really pale as his blood drains out, and he hits the ground unconscious and dying. So, they are gone. Everybody roll me perception checks real quick.
I think, am I still out?
Yeah, you're still unconscious, so you don't make a perception check. We will get back to you in a moment.
21 on my end.
All right?
15.
Avok is doing really well. Phaeton, what did you
I'm
get?
at disadvantage!
I'm working on it.
All right, we'll come back to Phaeton then. Fade and Elaine.
I got a 12.
15.
And Phaeton as well. You guys can hear a little bit of commotion. Not like the entire ship has been alerted to your presence, but you can hear a few more voices that have just kind of called out. Again, you guys are kind of in the belly of the ship, so noise would have to travel pretty far to get to where everybody else is. But you're fairly certain there are other people on the ship that know something is wrong. So, Punchinello, I'm going to have you roll one more death save real quick.
Yeah.
While they're all listening and things like that.
17.
17.
Okay.
You're still fine.
One more.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Does either of those two that we downed have any bits of fleece on them?
Salute them.
Not really. I mean, they have the padding that they wear under the leather armor.
Well, if it's made of fleece, I could use it.
Technically, it's not like the closest source of like fleece you might be able to find would be like a blanket, or maybe a pillow, a nicer pillow, which you're probably not going to find on here, unless you go to the captain's quarters. So no, they're not wearing any fleece specifically.
All right. Well, in that case, the only illusion spell that I have available to me is Disguise Self.
Okay.
Matter of fact, illusion spells are the only things that require material components as far as I'm concerned. And it's all the same component, by the way.
Yeah.
So, Disguise Self. I'm going to disguise myself as one of these guys and call up as a false alarm.
Okay. Go ahead.
Everything's cool.
And make a
We're okay here now.
performance check
Now.
to see how well
How are
you
you?
see how well you
Alright,
can imitate the voice of one of these guards.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna pick up the other guy's scimitar and hand it to Fade, since well, Elaine's already got one, and Phaeton is doing pretty good with the magic. So
Okay.
and pretty much my thought is, this is not my type of thing.
Gotcha.
Just pick up one of the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hand it off to Fade, and I see Punchinello on the form like, anybody know how to deal with the unconscious things?
This.
All right. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I want to get a full rest in so I can level up to level 2.
Unfortunately, that's probably not going to work.
Was there anything else on the two pirates' bodies or anything?
They had, excuse me, they both had light crossbows with a bolt box with 20 bolts in it.
I would have taken one of those.
And they were both wearing a leather armor, not studded leather, I'm sorry. They were wearing leather armor. So technically the armor itself is covered in blood, but it would probably work for the time being if anyone wanted to use it. However, donning armor does take time, so, you know.
Well, I'd
depending
like
on
to
how you
take
wanna go that way.
some time and heal my little buddy who's laying on the floor taking a nap.
I was waiting for someone to realize that one of your party members is making death saves.
That's why I was like asking if there was anything on their bodies, like if they had a potion or something.
Nah, it doesn't look like these guys, like, potions are expensive. Doesn't look like these guys really get potions.
Cheap pirates.
So
Did you say
I'm
you
going
wanted
to
me
run
roll
over.
something for my deception?
What?
Did you
Performance.
say you wanted me to roll something for the
Yes,
Disguise Self thing?
performance.
Performance.
Yes, to see how well you can imitate. Due to the fact that you've had very limited experience, I'm going to have give you disadvantage for it because you have very little experience dealing with these guys. You've heard them say a couple of phrases. So imitating them in a believable manner will be difficult for you.
Okay, got a disadvantage then, so I got to
Yep.
do 2 rolls.
Yep.
All right, first one.
So I picked up a scimitar and
First one is a
one of their
16.
crossbows.
Okay. Anyone else
And then
want
what-
to salvage anything? Fade, Avok gave you a scimitar.
Yes, I will heal my little buddy and hand it over to Punch as he gets up.
The second one is a 9. The 9's the one that's going to ride.
Okay. So you had a very similar interaction as you were describing. It's a coolant link. What's coolant? I don't. It's just it's cool. And well, we're sending someone. No,
Okay
don't
now.
send anyone. It's really bad.
How are
How are you? And then you kind of turn to the rest of them and mention that there's a good chance that you will have company soon.
Yeah.
Are they,
Alright, so how much am I healed for?
11 hit points, sir.
Oh, shit.
are these light
Orange
crossbows?
conversation anyways.
Now you're feeling good.
And you're holding a scimitar.
Oh, nice. What's the scimitar? Oh, I got a player's handbook right here.
Yeah. Scimitar
light
is a
finesse
light finesse weapon, 1d6 slashing damage.
1d6. Yeah. And
Do I
was
have
the,
some- Go ahead, sorry.
crossbow light? It's a light crossbow?
Yeah, light
Or is it
crossbow.
okay.
So I believe
Do I
that's
have
is
time
that a
to just
D8?
kind of like lay in the middle of the floor and look
Eight.
unconscious so they come up to me when they come down?
If you'd like to, you can. That
wanna
would
try
take a performance check.
All right, performance.
You said 20 bolts.
20 bolts. Yep. Each one of them
Can I
had 20
take
bolts
both?
on them.
I could take both of their things of bolts and have 40?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to quickly try to hide the body of the person I'm imitating.
Okay. It's heavy.
Hide both of the bodies.
So just make an athletics check to see if you can move it.
Hey, one of you burly types, move it.
He goes,
Hell no.
barbarians. Do
I try to
barbarians.
lay down next to him as he's dragging the body.
I pretty much like flipping him off for even saying that.
Oh, great.
Teamwork.
Okay, I try to push it.
Okay.
Or pull it or something. Let's see.
Should I assist?
If you would like to, it'll just give him.
I'll assist him.
To be perfectly honest,
Avox, a big grumpy
anyone that
asshole.
has anyone that has a strength over 14
I have a problem with authority.
doesn't actually have to
Wow.
roll. So Punchinello, if your strength is over 14, you will just pick him up and move him.
Oh, mine's 15.
I got a surge of strength here, despite my -1.
Oh, you got a nat 20.
check.
Wow.
Wow.
I just tossed him across the room.
So
Oh,
you just sit there and just kind of boom. He's behind a box. There is a blood stain on the floor still, but you don't have enough time to clean that up, unfortunately.
Can I lay on top of it?
Sure, that'll give
I
you
rolled a
advantage.
9 for performance.
We'll
by the
roll
way.
it. Laying on top of a blood stain will give you advantage on your performance check. So
Yeah,
roll again.
Roll it a little bit, cover yourself in it. I'm gonna go try and hide behind a box again.
All right, so you kind of sit
15
there and you
to
go,
lay on blood.
"Bleh." You rub a little bit of blood on yourself, kind of ignoring the just completely unsanitary nature of that move. Lay there. I'm assuming you keep. Do you have? Or no, you gave the scimitar to Punchinello, right?
Correct.
All right. So you have no weapons on you, but you're just kind of lying there in a
I
pool
want
of.
them. I want them to come touch me.
Okay.
Ooh, that's bad.
Okay.
You want them to come touch you. Would you like some alone time?
No, I want whatever.
All right, so you guys, you've got one guy that looks like one of the guards, but doesn't sound like him. You've got a dude lying in a pool of someone else's blood. What would the rest of you guys like to do? You probably have another 2 minutes-ish before they get here. We're gonna hide on top of boxes again because that worked really well last time.
It worked well for me, so I'm going to see if the second time works as well.
Can my being in the middle of the room, like being a distraction, give them advantage to hide and stuff?
We can't stop my disadvantage.
Sure. I'm fine with that. That'll turn Avok. That'll
Sweet.
turn yours into just straight up rolls. No advantage or
I'm gonna-
disadvantage.
Hey, I'm happy with that. That's a what was my stealth? That's a 21 stealth.
Okay. And where are you hiding? Are you hiding behind boxes? You hiding by the door again? I'm
gonna hide by the door again.
Okay.
I'm going to learn my lesson this time.
Okay.
I'm going to hide behind Avok.
Such a
Okay.
halfling.
Go ahead and roll stealth check with advantage.
Good. I'm glad I have advantage. No. Okay, I rolled a 5 and then the 6.
Good job.
Hang on, doesn't a halfling have a special?
I have. No, that's only if I roll a 1. I get luck.
Yeah. Well, technically, a certain type of halfling can hide behind a
So
creature.
technically, my highest was 8.
Highest was 8. Still, so you run over to where Avok is hiding, which he's hidden here twice before. Like, he's already pretty comfortable. You step directly in front of him and sit there crouched really low, partially in view from the door. And finally, Elaine.
You're
I'm
not
gonna try.
helping.
gonna hide behind boxes again.
Hide behind boxes. Okay.
Guys, we are in position.
And this is with advantage, right?
Yep. Go for it.
I will take that. Stealth 18.
18. All right. So you realizing that being on top of a box is not nearly as advantageous as being behind it. You're able to now. Are you trying to be relatively close to the action or further away? Because there's boxes everywhere.
I want to be far enough away that I don't get disadvantaged with the crossbow.
Okay. The light crossbow has a.
As long as I'm not in melee. As long as I'm not in melee.
Okay. So yeah, 30, 40 feet away from the door. All right.
Sneak attack.
So you guys are kind of lying in wait. Avok and Punchinello, go ahead and make perception checks. Wow. Been a long day, guys.
Words are hard. I understand.
They are.
All right. That is going to be a 14.
14 for Avok. What about you, Punchinello?
That's an 11.
11. All right, so you guys can hear something happening, but you guys don't really notice it until they're just about on top of you. They come in, immediately notice Punchinello there in a fighting stance, ready for them. You notice that there's 3 of them this time that have come in, and they see Punchinello, and their first response is to swing at him, seeing as they notice
Son
that.
of a bitch.
they
Can
have
I
a
rage before this happens? Can I prepare a rage?
If you had prepared a rage, you could have.
Oh, yes. All right. Kill me.
Fall near me.
17 is going to be my lowest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rip.
All right.
Just remember, I have 11 HP. That's all you have to know.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Oh, no.
That's 8, 10, 13.
I just
So you're
fall down
unconscious again.
Sorry, guys.
So they come in. Since they can see him from the door, they come in and immediately just take swipes at him, not noticing too much of the rest, other than they can see a guy in a pool of blood, and they can see someone that looks like an ally. Seeing as you haven't spoken since you tried that really horrible conversation. So, I'm going to have you guys go ahead and just re-roll initiative for me, just to give you some sort of saving grace.
I think I rolled the same initiative.
Which is good. All right, we'll start with Elaine. What do you got?
18.
All right, Navak,
7.
Fade,
16.
Phaeton,
20.
Ooh.
Damn, Punchinello.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, even unconscious, you still roll initiative.
3 again.
Simply because we
Oh,
would
wait,
like.
no, I'm going to use luck.
Oh, okay.
Natural 20. I rolled a 1, then I rolled a 20. I love this.
So, what's your total initiative?
22.
All right. So, Punchinello, you're going to go first with a death save.
Yeah. Natural 20 again. Because my death saves saved from last time, right? Because we didn't do full rest.
No, because
Or
you
did it reset.
and
popped up,
anytime you
they
reset.
are conscious, they reset. So you're at
Okay.
0-0 again.
Yep.
All right. Gotcha. 14.
14, not bad. You have 1 success. Next up is going to be Phaeton.
Well, Tina, it looks like I just killed the one escaped prisoner,
Yep.
and they just knocked out the other one. I'm going to stumble up forward because there's too many of them behind me, and get up close to them and let loose with a thunder wave.
Okay. It's what am I? What's the target number for that?
What's that?
What's your spell save DC?
It's save DC is 13.
One of them saves, the other 2
Am
fail
I
miserably.
in that blast radius?
I'm gonna say he was smart enough to be able. There's enough extra space here that he was able to aim
Okay.
it. Like, you guys aren't really in close quarters right now. Like, it's a big room. So, one saves, 2 fail. Roll damage.
Uh, 14 damage.
Okay. So 7 damage. So, you come up and you come up and you're kind of stumbling for a little bit, and you place your hands out and speak your word of power, and this wave of force knocks 2 of them back really, really far. They hit a wall further down the corridor, crack their heads, and they just drop to the ground. The third one kind of covers his ears and kind of protects himself. And you notice that there's blood just streaming down his ears from ruptured eardrums. So 2 of them are gone now. Next up is going to be Elaine. There's only one left, and he is just looking bad.
I'm going to shoot him with the crossbow.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Do I get sneak attack on that?
He does not see you, so yes, you do. You also have advantage on the attack.
So, advantage on the attack roll?
Advantage on the attack roll, yep.
Good.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Okay, not much better. Oh, frick. What do I add to this? Oh, Dex and proficiency?
Dex and proficiency, yep.
11.
11. So you sit there and you aim and you take the shot, and it just goes slightly wide and misses him, and he kind of notices that now there's a dude with a crossbow aimed at him.
Misfire.
Next up is going to be... It's a lane, right? Fade.
Real quick, what did I miss?
You killed 2 and severely injured a 3rd.
Excellent.
You are muted, Fade. We can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I'm laying on the ground. Would I be able to roll or just kind of get up just in like a diving grab for Punch's legs or something so I can throw a heal on him?
Sure. You can get close enough to get a heal. You're not that far away.
Okay.
So yeah. Technically, if you're crawling or rolling or anything like that, it's half movement. So.
Okay.
But you're within like 15, 20 feet. That's not that.
So in that case, you get 2 plus
Well,
3, 5 hit points. So you're awake with 5 hit points.
yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Next up is
Oh,
Avok.
gosh.
They
All
have
right,
not seen you as of yet.
All right, is this back towards me?
Sure. We can say that.
All right, I'm gonna pick up the. I'm assuming that Punchinello dropped the scimitar when he went unconscious. Right?
Oh, you son of...
I'll give it back to you. It's just
When he dropped, the scimitar would have been next to him. I'm gonna say, just for mechanics' sake, that the scimitar, he's still technically holding it.
Okay, that's fine. Never mind. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
However,
go
the
up
2
to
guys that died right next to you, they would have dropped their scimitars.
Right.
So if you wanted to pick up a scimitar, you can. Just not Punchinello's scimitar.
All right, never mind. Never mind. Screw the scimitars. I want to just go up to the guy with his back turned, and I just want to just.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
an attack roll with advantage, which would be
But
just balance it out.
Cancels out my disadvantage.
Yeah.
That is. I love it when I don't have disadvantage. It's nice. Okay. So 19. Well, 19 plus 2 plus 4.
You're,
25.
Yeah, you hit. You hit pretty solidly.
All right. So
damage would be
what?
1 plus your strength mod.
Okay, 5.
All right. So you come up and just go boom. And Fade, since you were right there, he was actually kind of looking in your general direction. You watch his eyes just go wide, and then he crumples into a heap as Avok just completely clocks him out cold.
I laugh hysterically.
So after that happens, due to the thunder wave, everyone in a 300-foot radius heard that. So you're fairly certain the entire ship knows you're there. You can hear a lot of commotion now. You can hear a lot of moving around and stuff like that. There are no windows or anything that you guys can see, other than at the very top of this room, there's that grating that they will open up to let in larger cargo and stuff like that. Otherwise, there's only really this doorway out of this particular section of the ship. So, what would you like to do?
Quick question: did those bodies have anything different on them than the other two?
It looks like they were all carrying the standard pirate's kit, which consists of scimitars, light crossbows, and leather armor.
So can I have another 60 bolts?
It would be a little bit difficult for you to carry a grand total of 100 bolts on you.
It'd technically be 99 because I shot one.
Yeah. Having 5 bolt boxes would be unwieldy. Normally, you won't have more than 1 or 2.
Darn. So, okay.
You can pick up one more without it being like really weird, like Gilgamesh-esque almost.
I'll just pick up the one extra. I'll pick up another scimitar too.
All right. So, anyone else? There's 2 more scimitars up for grab. There's a total of 4 suits of leather armor if anyone wants to use them. You don't have a lot of time. Like you are fairly certain that there are going to be more people there very, very quickly.
Oh, yikes.
Is there any way I can make a makeshift shield?
Makeshift shield.
Like a lid to a box?
The leather armor itself.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. And because that's interesting, I'm going to give you advantage on it.
Ah, sweet.
It takes 1 minute to don light armor.
6.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Throw your dice out.
5 this time. Oh.
Maybe you should, like, you know where they burn that sage and stuff?
I'm going to go back to my green dice because this one was working better.
Yeah. So you look around for something that you can use as a shield. Nothing is wieldy enough that it won't cause more issues than it solves that you can find.
So what?
You look around for a shield, but you're not able to find anything that won't be more unwieldy than is really useful in this situation.
Okay.
Said we had like 2 minutes or so.
What?
I'm going to keep the scimitar then.
You probably got another 1 to 2 minutes max before people are rushing into this room.
Can we move some of these boxes to at least like make a wall so we have like
you can. You also don't have to stay in this room. Like once you leave this cargo hold, there is an entire rest of the ship. Right now you're kind of in a bad place because you're basically in a box canyon.
Like we're dead end.
Yeah, there's nowhere you can go from here other than up.
I'd like to go up.
You'd like to? Okay. If you guys want to create a barricade, there are tons of heavy boxes around. It will just take some athletics checks, and you can definitely get it done in a minute to a minute and a half.
It's up to you guys. I present. Let's go, or let's fortify this position.
Fortify this position or go up so we can get off of this freaking boat.
I just want to get my stuff and get the hell off this damn boat.
Also,
and maybe kill that stupid captain.
Fade, roll me a history check.
Roger that. Hey, history is one of my good ones. That is a total of 10.
Luckily, this is fairly well-known knowledge. So, from being an Eladrin and growing up in a sea-based empire, you know that trade goods in general are very valuable. So the fact that these heavy boxes are full of valuable things means that there's a very good chance that they're not just going to bust through them, making it that much sturdier. You know, they're going to want to be nice to these items instead of just breaking through them because they cost them money. So
We could try to further bottleneck the doorway, just like make them come at us one at a time if we assume that they're not going to bust their stuff.
you also know from a 10 that a ship this size can have a crew of over 100 people.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Like,
Let's
this
just
is a
go.
big ship. This is like a 3-master, you know, massive ship.
Either way,
slaughter.
We
I
need
plan on
to.
killing some of these bastards.
We need the GTFO.
Phaeton, you have the cocktail still, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, I think that's our nuclear option. We should probably get GTFO. I agree.
Okay.
So I grab a scimitar on the way to the doorway or to the stairs, and I guess I head out.
There's no stairs. There's just, you know, lots of boxes, and at the very top of the room, there's that grate that can be removed to let things in. So if you guys want to go up, you're gonna have to climb on boxes. Otherwise, you can head out the door.
How are the people getting down?
They were just dropping in.
Out of the if you go through the doorway itself, there's more of the ship. No one has actually been out of this room yet, so you have no idea what's on the other side of this door. You just know that's where people have been coming from. You can very safely assume that there are stairs and other things in this ship. Like most ships have them. It's just the room you're in right now is just a big box.
Okay. I think we should go through the door and see if we can find a stairway up, because trying to climb out would be a bit on the difficult side.
Okay, from what I'm hearing, we're all planning on getting out of this room, so I'm getting out of this room.
All right, so as you guys step out, you notice that right outside of here, you can see that you're kind of in a hallway type area. You can see that there's some stairs going up to the next level. You can also see a second cargo hold on the other side from where you are, with more items and things in it. And you can see further down, it looks like there is another 2 smaller rooms further down on the opposite in the opposite direction from the stairs.
Could I do another history check to see if I would recognize, like, this is a ship that would have like an armory type situation, like a weapons cache?
You don't need a history check for that. A pirate ship like this, like any ship that carries troops that are ready for fighting, would have an armory.
Okay.
Always would have an
All right.
armory.
Our stuff.
Or at least replacement stuff.
If you want, you can use a history check to see if you can kind of predict where you think the armory might be.
I probably can't with a 4.
Yeah, not really. You can't remember. Again, you were a cleric. You didn't spend a ton of time on ships, so you can't really remember. There was a class in school you took that talked about boats and that. You fell asleep. There was a pretty girl in that class, so not a whole lot of attention was paid.
Boats? Well, I never planned on being on a boat.
The rest of you guys, again, you're in kind of a hallway. It's again, the hallway itself is only about 10-15 feet wide. Like, it's not a very wide hallway. But again, you have another hold area that you could go through. Knowing how big this ship is, and just kind of looking through the door, it looks like that hold is not large enough to fill out the rest of the ship. So there's probably another room or hallway on the other side of it. And then at the end of this hallway, there are 2 doors that you assume go to maybe storage rooms or something similar to that.
Fade temporarily dropped his logging back. There he is.
I noticed. So, what do the rest of you guys want to do? You have stairs. You can hear that there are people coming. It sounds like they will possibly be coming down those stairs.
I'm going to look at, is Avok still in the room with? Are we still in the storage room?
You guys have all kind of migrated slowly toward into this hallway area.
Never mind.
All right. You said there's rooms off the side of this hallway?
Yeah, if you go all the way down the hallway, like the cargo areas extend pretty far. But if you go all the way down to the end, there's 2 doors, and it seems like they open up into some sort of smaller areas. You don't really know what's in them right now.
All right. Let's go check out a door. See if we can get out of the hallway as these guys come down.
Okay.
I follow my Aladdin brother.
All right, so you guys go down to the end of the hallway. You guys can hear now a lot of sound. You're fairly certain that there are people right at the top of the stairs that will probably be coming down very quickly.
Okay.
You get there, left or right door?
Left.
All right, so you open up the left door, and you notice that the door itself was a little bit stiff, like it hasn't been opened a whole lot. And when you open it, you notice the room itself is just a kind of basic storage room. You see a lot of ropes, some belaying pins, things like that. And the room itself is only about like 10 foot by 10 foot. It's a very, very tiny little storage room type thing.
Okay.
See anything?
I'll pick up a belaying pin and stick it out in the hallway. Anyone need this?
Good. I open the right door.
Okay. You notice as you try and open it, this one is actually locked.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm breaking that door down.
Go for it. Athletics check.
Yep, with disadvantage, of course. Okay. It's not too bad. That is a 16.
All right. So you sit there and you kind of check the lock and you're like, "Rrr," and you just throw your shoulder into it. It's a fairly well-made door, but it didn't have like a padlock or a bolt lock or anything like that. It was just so you're able to break it open pretty simply. When you get in there, you notice that this area, again, has not been used a ton, but you do notice something fairly specific about this, that you recognize a few of the items in here as your specific weapons, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Really? That's what you're gonna do? Elaine's, Fade's, and Avox. You guys find that the items that you came in with are there minus any money. There is no money in this room whatsoever. But everything else seems to be there. Phaeton and Punchinello, none of your guys' equipment is there. But you also notice that the room itself is like filled to capacity to be able to hold their stuff. So you're fairly certain it's probably because they just couldn't fit it in there anymore. So as this happens, behind you, you hear shouts, and you can see a group of 4 pirates have just come down and have seen you and have drawn weapons, getting ready to fight. Go ahead and roll me initiative again.
Hey.
Oh, well, with that luck.
So it went well then.
It's not a 1.
5.
All right, so Elaine, what do we got?
10.
Avok,
15.
Fade.
Fade is relogging.
All right, Phaeton
10.
and Punchinello.
5.
All right, so we're going to start with Avok until Fade gets back, and we'll find out where he fits in. So, Avok, you do not have time to put on any armor, but you're a barbarian, so I don't think you were wearing any.
Nope.
You do have enough time to pick up one weapon that you had. So,
I pick up my greatsword.
all right, so now you have your great sword.
Fun time.
All
We're
right.
back in business.
You've got a bunch of guys in front of you bearing down on you. What would you like to do? They are, because they're on the other side of this area, they're about, and you're at the very, very end, they're about 50 feet away from you right now.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into a rage. I'm
Okay.
gonna go up 30 feet and be like, "Come at me, you motherfuckers!"
Are you going to prepare an action at all?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm preparing to attack the moment they attack me.
Okay. So as soon as someone gets in your attack range,
Oh yeah.
gotcha. Right. It's the pirate's turn. So they see you with a sword. They're a little bit hesitant, seeing as this, kind of hairy, dude is screaming like he's a little bit on the crazy side. But one of them comes up and just like, scimitar ready, takes a swing at you. Go ahead and roll your attack before he gets a chance to.
That is a 16 to hit.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
The heads roll.
Oh, different one. I'm not using that weapon.
You sit there, and the sword just comes down on this guy as he's coming in, cleaning right into his shoulder.
14.
14, and clear through. You separate the rest of this guy's body from right, straight down, cut in. You have to actually sit there and like pull the blade a little bit, and it has that kind of really sick like sound as you pull it up, breaking the suction of the blood stuck to your blade. You just kind of level it. The other three don't seem to really be interested in getting close to you, so they pull out their light crossbows and aim at you.
Fucking bastards.
What number is that? Oh my! Wow! Wow! I need to stop the game. I rolled triple sixes.
Wait, what?
I rolled sixes, like 3 of them. Like I am going to die tonight.
Oh, let's not let that
I
happen.
could turn into a demon.
So, they all fail.
You summon the devil into the room.
They all fail. The dungeon master dies. Hi, Fade.
You win.
Your what hurts?
I just rolled 3 sixes, so
No, yeah.
yeah, I'm a little bit worried. We rolled initiative. Can I have your initiative real quick?
Yes, apologies.
Oh, well,
It
look
happens.
easy. It's
18.
here.
All right, so technically you were supposed to go
Good
before
call.
Avok. So I'm just going to
That's
put you
fine.
in now and then going further on. Really, Phaeton? Really?
Don't you have a 3-finger dwarf pirate to bother?
All right, so Phaeton, one of the 4 people has turned into 2 half people after Avok did that with his new greatsword.
Yes.
You have access to all of your equipment. You don't have time to put any armor on, but you do have time to pick up a weapon.
Well, the only weapon I had was my staff.
Well, actually, not Phaeton. Fate. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fate. They didn't find your stuff. Phaeton. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I
Fade.
grab my holy symbol,
Okay.
which is I throw that in my pocket and I'm good.
Yep. Technically, to cast spells, I think it has to be displayed somehow. So
Oh, okay.
most clerics just wear it as like a necklace.
Shield. How about my shield? Is my shield there?
Yeah.
I'll pick up my shield because
Okay.
I wanted that to be my symbol in the first
Yep.
place.
Okay. Cool. So your holy symbol is emblazoned on your shield, kind of very paladin-like.
Yeah. All right, I grab that, and then is anyone else dead yet?
No, you do have 3 other guys that just fired 3 crossbow bolts and missed miserably. So
And summon me.
if you want to use like cantrips or anything like that, your holy symbol counts as components. So
There's 3 of them. How far away is crossbow range? Within 60?
yeah, they're about 50 feet away from you.
Well, then I would like to use my 60-foot spell, which
Okay.
is ranged, and attack them.
Okay. What spell is that? Is that divine?
It's Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness. Ooh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Death Domain Clerics.
Means you con saves.
Con saves. Gotcha.
My DC is 13.
And that's just a one target thing?
Well, yes, except if they're close to each other, I get 2.
Okay. They are close to each other, and it's a cantrip, right?
No, that is a spell.
Okay. Because I know the feature that you're talking about only lets you double it with cantrips.
Oh, sad face.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only cantrips that you can double it. Otherwise, you would be massively powerful, which is what happened the last battle. So it's only cantrips.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm fairly
All
certain
right.
it is. So I looked it up
So there's
afterwards.
only
I'm like,
3 of
you
them,
are
eh?
killing. Yep, just 3 of them.
Well, then I get behind my shield and I charge them and try to get up close.
Okay. You want to move just your full movement, or do you want to double move and get right up to them?
Yeah. Nope. I'll move my full movement and make sure that they see me coming to be
All
a
right.
target.
Do you want to prepare an action or anything, or?
Yes. If anyone comes close enough where I can grab them, I will then use my inflict wounds spell. Okay,
cool. All right. So next up is going to be the pirates have already gone. So Elaine and Phaeton, you actually tied. Who wants to go first?
Lane, you can go.
All right. How far away are they? 50?
About 50 feet.
I'll just shoot at them with the crossbow.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
That does not hit.
Awesome. So yet again, you're doing like super awesome with this crossbow.
I know.
You
It's my first
shoulder
time
it.
using one.
You let loose a bolt. It hits the wall behind them. They kind of look at you. They look at their own crossbows and just kind of give you one of those knowing looks of like, yeah, maybe
You said I could have it.
maybe you should practice a little bit more. Phaeton, you're up. You did not find any of your equipment in there, unfortunately.
Okay. So, trying to picture it. Cramped little hallway. They're kind of lined up.
Hallway,
They got crossbows
15,
to left,
15
right?
feet wide, about 60 feet long, and you're about 10 feet up in it. So they're at the very end of the hallway. It's so they're 50 feet away, roughly.
Ooh. Probably outside of throwing range, huh?
2060 is what throwing range normally is. So technically, they'd be just inside the long distance.
Oh, well, Firebolt's a little bit further.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is. Just a little bit.
I'll just throw a Firebolt their general direction.
And that doesn't have components?
Nope.
Awesome.
Robo-somatic.
Awesome. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That's my bonus. Ah. And is that an 18? That's an 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, it's a D10. Correct.
Yes, Firebolt is a D10. So you sit there and start whispering the words in Eladrin that invoke a feeling of fire. And this bolt of fire erupts from your fingertips, goes over, and does what?
2 damage. Hey, sage them.
All right. So
They
it
have
goes
no
out,
eyebrows now.
gives them like a little bit of like a sunburn type thing. It's a little bit red. You're fairly certain if he doesn't put some topical cream on it, it might blister. So.
Yeah, and they don't have any eyebrows anymore.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we're going to have Punchinello.
Yeah. But was my stuff down there too? Or
It was not. It was just Elaine, Avok, and Fade.
so stuck with, I'm 50 feet away from them.
50 feet, yuppers.
Literally can't do anything.
Okay. Do you want to move up or anything? Or
Where's Abok?
Avok is about 30 feet ahead of you. He used his full movement.
Then I'm going to run up right behind Abok.
All right.
Behind him.
Behind Avok. Gotcha. Starting to learn. Are you going to try and stealth again? Because that's worked so far.
My presence is going to be obvious this time because I think since I'm trying to hide, I'm obvious. If I'm obvious, then I can hide.
Gotcha. No, makes perfect sense. Makes
Try
perfect
hiding
sense.
in plain sight. It works.
Hiding in plain sight.
Fade, you're going to be up next because that's when your initiative was supposed to go.
Okay. Can I take my movement, get up, and I want to use my chill touch cantrip?
Cool. And I'm assuming you're going to double it.
Yes, I will. Certainly.
All right. So you have 2 people that haven't been hit and 1 person that no longer has eyebrows. Who are you aiming for?
I guess I go for eyebrows and then let it
And
go
1 other
on
person.
to
Okay.
yeah.
They're all 3 real close to each other. So.
Okay. All right. Chill touch attack roll 12 plus 3, 15.
You are great. Do
right.
you have to roll a second attack roll or is it just hit?
Nope, it hits both of them. And
Cool.
I'm going to use my channel divinity to increase my damage by 9. So I roll 1d8.
Okay.
Which is here. 6 plus... No, just that. So 6 plus 9, 15 damage to those
All
2.
right. So you run forward, and as you're running forward, the symbol of the Dark Lady on your shield starts to glow with this kind of purplish black light. And the room itself, actually, the lights just kind of dim, where you guys just kind of feel a little bit weird, and your vision darkens a little bit. And as you run over, your hand is glowing with this kind of purple-black aura, and you come over, you just grab one of him, and his eyes go really wide, and then he actually just kind of reaches out and grabs his closest friend, who also eyes go really wide, and then they both just fall to the ground, dead.
I approve.
All right, so there's one dude left who just watched his friends die miserably. Avok, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cleave the little bastard still left.
Okay, go ahead.
And of course, move up and then attack.
Go for it. Make an attack roll for me.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Disadvantage. That's fine. That's a 25 to hit.
That's with disadvantage?
I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Wow, not bad at all. So yeah, that's a hit. You want to go ahead and roll damage for that?
Let's just say I cut this guy in half. 17 damage.
All right. So after watching Fade kind of run up and just grope this guy to death, you come over and with your great sword. Do you have like a catchphrase or anything you'd like to say?
Oh.
Will you go ahead and think of your catchphrase? So as you come up, you say your catchphrase, and you just do this baseball swing. Boom. Fade actually has to duck to keep from getting hit by your massive greatsword. And you lob this guy's head off. His body drops. His head goes the opposite direction. They are all dead. But you guys can hear lots of commotion and stuff like that. You know that probably within 30 seconds there will be even more people here. You can also hear from, since you guys are so far further up, you guys can hear that there's commotion coming from the other side of the other cargo hold that you guys didn't come from, that people are coming from that direction as well. So now you have people coming from 2 different directions.
Okay, backtracking to my little saying. I say, crossbows are for pansies!
Hey, hey, I take offense.
Maybe he means just hitting someone with a crossbow is for pansies. Because then
Hey,
you're trying...
Oh.
I'm still taking offense.
All right, so again, you guys have 30 seconds before you have even more people here. What would you like to do?
Is this people coming from back the direction that we came from?
There's no one coming from that direction because there's no way for them to get there.
Okay.
Like, there are no stairs in that direction.
They're coming from 2 different directions from where?
They're coming from the stairs, and they're coming from the other side of the other cargo hold. Remember when you guys came in and there was a second cargo hold?
Okay.
Yeah, they're coming from the opposite side of that.
All right. We want to just go up the stairs, correct?
That's up to you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab everything that is in my armor since I can't put that on yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my 3 weapons.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
The hallway going to the other cargo hold. I'm going to
Yeah.
take one of those
I'll
vials.
grab the rest of my stuff.
Use a bit with a
Yeah, go for it.
cantrip, and
Can I
then toss
carry
it down the hall.
All right. So I lost a little bit of that phaeton. Describe it again.
I'm going to take one of those vials I've been toting around, and I'm going to light the rag that I stuffed in the top of it with prestidigitation,
Okay.
and then toss it down the hall, breaking the
Down the hallway you're in, or into the cargo hold where the people are coming from?
where the people are coming from.
Okay. Pick even or odd.
Even.
Odd. All right. So as you throw it in there, it bursts into flame, covering a 10-foot diameter area because it, Molotov cocktail, it makes a lot of fire.
Yep.
Part of that included a few boxes and stuff like that in there. What you didn't realize is those boxes contained more of this alcohol. And so
all the better.
when it caught on fire, there was an explosion.
Sweet.
And I would like
Oh boy.
basically everybody to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah.
Oh no.
We're going to start with Elaine.
What?
Elaine, we're going to start with you.
Oh.
Oh god.
Let's see. Math. 11.
11. Okay. Avok? 3. Fade.
10.
I rolled 2 1s.
Phaeton.
Can you add those together?
I wish.
Phaeton, what'd you get?
9.
Punchinello.
10.
Oh
Yes,
my.
we are the best.
Yes.
Yep.
So due to the fact that the explosion happened, like you guys are at the very edge of the explosion, you're not going to take full damage. Even though you failed. You are going to take half damage from a fireball spell.
Oh god, no.
Oh, good God. We're dead.
Yep. Rip.
I just killed us.
We're all unconscious.
Grand total of 10 damage. 10 fire damage.
10?
Yep, just 10 fire
I'm
damage.
still alive.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm fine.
I'm out again.
I'm laying on the ground with no eyebrows.
We have no eyebrows.
Okay.
And I'm unconscious.
Avok and Fade, you are still alive. However, the explosion, you guys have noticed that the attitude on the ship and the commotion and everything has changed rather significantly. You no longer hear people coming down the stairs in front of you. You hear a lot more people and a lot more commotion from the other side of the cargo bay. And you can pick out little bits of information like go get water, get something to put it out, things like that. Due to the fact that the ship itself was carrying a large amount of alcohol, because it's very valuable, and that's the ship that they just pirated, was just carrying a bunch of booze. You guys now have a basically a countdown. This fire is spreading. Once it hits more, each time it hits another thing of booze, it's going to explode and cause even more damage to the ship. And eventually, the explosion is going to be large enough to take out the ship. So, what would you guys like to do? You've got 3 unconscious party members.
Avok is up, right?
Avok and Fade are the only 2 that are awake.
All right.
Barely, but I'll be fine. I hope.
All right.
Okay.
I assess the situation, and I choose to run over to Punch, heal him, while telling Avok to grab Phaeton I will roll a heal here.
Okay.
Oh, that's the time. It's 7 plus 5. So Punchinello gets 12 hit points back.
Oh, I'm almost back at full thing.
I help him up and say, grab Elaine. We need to leave now.
I sling Phaeton over my shoulder. Like, okay, let's haul some fucking ass here.
So the half-plane is gonna... Okay.
Just real quick, make me an athletics check, Avok.
I have a 15
and
strength.
Punchinello.
I'm still raging, so it cancels out my disadvantage. That's good. What is that? That's a 20 unnatural.
All right. You are not slowed by Phaeton's weight whatsoever. Punchinello?
I could help punch too.
I don't know. I just don't know what's on with me today. 6.
Oh, great.
Can I help?
So you'll actually be he can carry it fine. It's just Elaine is a little bit awkward, so you'll technically be moving at half speed. Even if Fade were to help, 2 people carrying the same person, you're still going to move at half speed. It's just because those guys are really strong. There's a chance they'd be able to do this with no issue whatsoever. So, remarkably enough, carrying an unconscious human body takes a little bit of effort. So,
Indeed.
all right. So, what would you guys like to do now? There's fire creeping up behind you. Basically, what I'm going to have you guys do, I'm actually going to keep you in initiative order here. And ask those of you that are conscious what you want to do. Those of you that are unconscious, I'll probably have you make a few death saves throughout this whole thing. But basically, every other turn, or every turn, the fire is going to spread and has the possibility of creating another explosion. So, turn number 1. What would you guys like to do? We're going to start with... Actually, we don't need initiative order. It's just... we'll start with whoever has an idea. So, who's got what?
I think the room we were in right now, or the first small room that we went into, had my stuff and a couple other people's stuff.
Yep.
Is the other room like across the hallway? Did we make it in there?
Yeah, you did get in there. It was just rope and some belaying pins.
Okay.
It looks like they were both fairly unused. It's just the one that was locked was where they just put all your junk as they were bringing you in.
All right. Well, can I just grab like Phaeton and Elaine's weapons? Obviously, they're not holding them.
Phaeton and Punchinello didn't have their weapons in there. You guys didn't find those. Everyone else has kind of picked up all of their stuff already, so don't have to worry about that.
We need to go. We need to start. Need to. I mean, we don't want to jump off the ship with 2 unconscious people, but
no, but
let's get topside.
All right. So as you guys go up, you realize that this ship looks to be at least 3 levels. So you're in the cargo hold. You come up to the next level. And you see a bit of chaos going on. You can see people running in random directions. You can actually see that the explosion, when you get to this next level, you can see that it's not quite as open as the bottom levels. There's doors everywhere. As you come up, you notice that there's another staircase right next to you that will take you top deck. And you can see some doors around you, doorways. There's no doors on this level that you can see. And as you look through them, you can see the explosion itself blew open the floor above it a little bit. So you can see there's a little bit of a hole with some fire spreading to this area. It doesn't seem like anyone is really paying attention to you much right now. They're just running around trying to put out the fire and stuff like that. So, what are you guys going to do? Do you want to continue going up? Do you want to keep exploring on this level?
Let's get as far away from those fireball explosions as we can.
All right.
We're just going up, I would say.
Yeah, we're just getting out of here.
Since Fade was the first person to speak, Fade, even or odd?
Even.
Odd. So, you guys feel another explosion happen beneath you, right in front of you. Actually, the floor splinters, and I'd like everyone to real quick make a dex save.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
It's not too bad. 14.
Okay, Avok, you're fine. Punchinello?
18.
You're fine. Fade?
12.
You're actually fine too. It was just splinters coming at you, not like a full fireball or anything like that. So you guys are actually able to kind of circumscribe your bodies in between the explosion and Elaine and Phaeton. So you guys don't take an automatic failure. After that happens, though, I do need death saves from Phaeton and Elaine real quick.
6.
That's one failure for you, Phaeton.
13.
You are fine. That's one success. All right, so you guys are going up again?
Yep.
Yeah. Can I do a medicine check to try to stabilize Elaine as they're going, since technically I'm not carrying them?
Sure. That will take a round where you guys won't be able to move long enough to do that. So you can. You just won't be able to.
I think we need to keep going. I'll wait till it gets closer.
All right, so you guys get to a top deck, and you notice that the ship itself is actually on stormy seas already. You didn't really notice that the ship was moving that much simply because of how massive the ship itself is, and you were distracted. When you get out, there's rain. You can see that the waves are relatively high, and you can see that the ship itself is actually projecting light from the fires beneath. You can see the top deck itself has not caught fire yet, but you can see smoke pouring out of the area that you just came from. You can see smoke pouring out. There's on the opposite side of the ship, there's another area that lets you go below deck, and there's smoke pouring out there. You can see different people that are throwing things, throwing buckets over the side of the boat and then lifting them up and trying to douse different things. So there's a lot of chaos. No one has really recognized you just yet, seeing as you just got up to the top. You do notice the ship itself, again, it's a massive ship. You can see longboats are stowed in different places on the top of the ship for easy access for any time they need to make landfall or things like that. You notice that actually some of the crew is actually preparing one of the longboats in case something goes wrong, but they still have quite a bit of time before they can lower it into the water or anything like that. And like I said, there are pirates everywhere. A quick glance around, you don't see the captain here. So, what would you guys like to do?
Come on, tough guys. What are you thinking? Or are you not?
Kill the llama.
I want to kill things.
Self-preservation.
I'm looking. I want to get off this boat.
Okay.
I'm like rage self-preservation right now. I'm like
Rage and run.
Well,
yes.
all right. So you said there's one longboat being prepared. Is there anything nearby we could post up and just kind of duck behind while they get it ready, and then ambush them, or just jump in it before they do?
There is so much chaos on the ship right now. You could probably find a spot to hide. It would basically take a group stealth check. So
I don't know, guys. I think we're not going to survive another encounter. I think we need to.
No.
Is the boat overhanging, or is it still on board and going to be put over?
They've flipped it. They store them upside down. So what's happened thus far is they've flipped it right side up, and they've started attaching the pulley system basically that they will use to get it over the side of the ship. So it's not over yet. If you guys want, again, from your experience on the ship, you guys were taught how to do this. It's not an incredibly technical procedure, and they've done a lot of the hard work for you. So it's up to you guys if you're going to wait for them to get it prepared, or if you want to try and do it yourself. It is something that you're capable of doing.
Let's just go for it.
Or yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah,
if it really shit hits the fan, then we'll just shove the boat over and hope for the best and jump.
All right, I'm not going to make you guys roll initiative. Just we're going to role play this out. So how do you guys want to do this?
Well, so are the guards in the way? Can we just bull rush past them?
Again, there's so much chaos. No one is going to look twice at people running across the deck.
I'm going to tell these guys to just jump in the boat.
Okay.
And I'm going to behind them, like give it a push so it swings?
It's
Try
not
hop in
to the
myself.
point where it would be able to swing yet. It's
Okay.
still completely on the deck. So if you guys want to get it off, bare minimum, you're going to have 2 people pulling, and at least one person to push it over before you guys start lowering it. So
Toss them in. Toss them in. Let's get this in the water.
Yeah, let's do that.
all right. So who's doing what?
Okay.
There's
The
there's a total of 3 pirates that are currently prepping this for deployment. So
All right. I say we wait a bit till they are able to get it elevated enough that all we need to do is push it, and then like bum rush them, have them like tossed into the water, then stick Phaeton and Elaine into the boats, and then I'll push the boat out. And well, actually, I'm gonna need help. So me and Fade will push the boat out. Punchinello, you hop in, and then we'll hop in afterwards, and then I'll cut the ropes.
Dig it. I'm on board. Let's do it.
all right. So you guys are going to have to, if you guys are going to wait, you're going to have to try and wait inconspicuously so that people don't, notice that there are people waiting to kill some of their people. So I'm going to need a group stealth check.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
So everybody roll a stealth check.
Including the unconscious ones?
No, unconscious people, you don't need stealth checks.
Okay.
They're just gonna take a nap.
I'm actually going to have you guys roll death saves, seeing as this is taking a little bit more time.
Oh shit.
So
I rolled
Elaine
this-
has now failed 2. And it seems that Phaeton, have you got your death save?
8. So I failed 1.
So you failed 1. All right, Avok, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. Fade.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Punchinello.
16.
All right. You guys are able to kind of duck behind one of the other boats that are waiting or just kind of sitting there, and have no problem kind of staying out of people's way. Nobody notices you there. They're all too busy trying to keep the boat from exploding. We're going to go with Avok this time. Even or odd?
Odd.
I totally just lost my die. Odd. No new explosions or anything that you guys notice. So now the boat is basically it's up in the air. It's completely set up and ready to go. They haven't put it over the side yet. They were just kind of preparing it. Or no, sorry, scratch that. It's just barely over the side, and you have 2 people holding the ropes that will keep it from just plunging down. So, what would you guys like to do?
I have the. Oh jeez, I still don't know how to say this. The thaumaturgy cantrip.
Thaumaturgy? Yep.
Could that be used to like release the rope, like levers and stuff? It's
couldn't
generally
really-
used for like shutting windows and doors.
But we also have to be careful when we're dropping with our dead guys because they'll take damage, and that's an automatic fail.
Yeah.
So the way that thaumaturgy works, and the way that this system works is the way it goes down is the guy that's holding it lets the rope go. So thaumaturgy wouldn't be able to make him let go of the rope.
Well, I'll stay up if you guys want to hop in, or someone wants to hop in.
How about we give them one more round to get the
It
boat
doesn't look like
completely
they're
over?
going to be. It is over. They're not going to lower it without
Okay.
people in it. They're just
Medicine
ready.
check on the line so he doesn't die.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I gotta. That's my jams, so I can give that a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and Fade. Roll your medicine check. So that's what he's doing. Avok and Punchinello. Yeah, Elaine, you are stabilized.
You want to just bum rush these assholes and knock the boat down at least?
Yeah, I guess so. We can just put.
Oh shit.
Or
maybe see if we can save Elaine first.
Well, I got a 17.
Yeah,
fuel
Elaine's
check.
fine.
Oh, never mind.
Elaine is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Then let's bum rush these assholes.
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
bum rush them.
So you're gonna aim for the 2 guys that are holding the ropes in.
Yep. Just
All
try to
right.
knock it.
Athletics checks.
And I'm gonna rage.
Go
before
for
I
it.
do this.
You're like, what do we got? Go for it.
That is a 21 and a 17. So I'm gonna go with 21.
Gotcha. What about you, Avok?
That is a 17.
All right. So you guys start barreling over there. You guys just both kind of like you bump fists, and then you just run. Football
Like we
tackle
high-fived
like
earlier, but now we're...
you go and you just slam them with your shoulder, and these 2 guys go flying out to sea. As soon as they let go of the ropes, go ahead and roll me dexterity checks to see if you can catch the ropes.
Natural 20.
Oh, you catch your rope.
That's a 9.
All right. So you attempt to catch the rope. You're not quick enough. So one end of the boat drops. The other end, Punchinello is holding. So now instead of the boat kind of lowering like this, it's just, hanging down like this.
Halfling shows you up again.
I'm at disadvantage.
So, Phaeton, I need a death save from you.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
17.
I believe that's
Okay.
your 3rd, right?
That is actually my 4th. I got 2 successes, 2 fails.
No, but that's your... Oh, you have 2 successes and 2 fails. Okay, never mind them. I
Yep.
thought that was your 3rd success. Okay, so you're fine. Fade, you have 2 unconscious bodies near you, and you're watching the boat that you were attempting to escape on kind of dangle.
Boy. Elaine's fine.
Yep.
Well, does it look... Can I make a perception check to see if Avok will be able to re-get the rope or something?
You don't need a perception check. You're fairly certain that if Punchinello lowers his end of the boat, they will eventually even out.
Then I'm going to try to medicine check Phaeton.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Oh, I can do it on here. Nice, 21, unnatural 21, obviously.
All right, so Phaeton, you said natural 20?
No, unnatural 20.
Oh, okay.
One.
So Phaeton, you
math
are now
is hard.
stabilized as well. So
Sweet.
No more death
Punchinello, you start lowering your end so that the boat kind of evens out. It's now about 10 feet down. If you let go of the ropes, it will drop the remaining 20 feet into the water. So,
Well, I'm raging, so I'm just gonna speed lower it down.
you can just
You're gonna
drop
watch
it.
my little halfling like this, but it's
You
like a
can,
double.
you can just like drop it and let it go. The only thing is then in order for you to get into the boat, you have to fall 30 feet.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you want
I'm
to do
gonna
that,
let
you
my
can.
buddies. I'm gonna let my dead buddies half dead drop into the boat.
You could always jump into the water with they get fished out.
Okay, I'm still raging right now, guys. Okay, so can I grab like Avok's rope and have him load the 2 bodies? And just
They're
double
on the
rope it like
opposite side of the ship right now. Like you guys put the bodies down to do your little shoulder charge.
yeah.
So they're on the opposite side of the ship. So if you want to try and hold both yourself, you can. It's going to be very difficult. So you can attempt it. I just need an athletics check with disadvantage. Well, technically it'd be a disadvantage, but because you're raging, it would be
It'd just
normal.
be a straight throw. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Are you still? Is it Avok still raging?
I'm still
Avok
raging.
is still raging, yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna like grab his rope and I'm just gonna go for it
Okay, go for it.
and yell at him, go like, "Go get them!" But
Okay.
in a halfling voice.
In a half
Go get him!
Dude, go get him! Oh, boy!
Doesn't tell me anything, but fine.
And does a 23 pass?
That's fine. You just sit there and you kind of wander over, and the wind and rain is just sweeping over, and you just like, "Urgh." go get them, and it would be really like manly and heroic if it wasn't for the fact that you're so small that it was more like go get them. You were like just completely ripped little short guy, and yeah. So Avok, you no longer are holding anything.
All right, hold tight, little buddy. I'm gonna get the little bastards.
Okay. So do you pick them both up yourself? Do you let Fade get one?
Yeah, I pick them both up myself. Come.
Okay.
Let me guess.
Strength check. Athletics check.
That's fine. I'm normal, not disadvantage at least. That is actually, I believe that is an unnatural 20.
Ooh, not bad. You have no problem kind of throwing them both over your shoulders. You are, because there's two of them, you will be moving at technically half speed, but it's not the widest ship in the world. You're able to make it there and back without too much difficulty. So, do you drop them in the boat? What do you do?
Yeah, I dropped them in the boat.
Okay. I'm not going to make you guys fail a saving throw because it's only 10 feet. The rest of you guys, you're still up on the ship. The rest of the crew has started to notice that you are doing something that no one else is doing, and you have definitely been noticed. What would you guys like to do?
Get into the boat.
Okay. Avok, you're able to get in fine. Fade, you're able to get in fine. Punchinello, you can't without dropping the boat.
I am going to lower the boat.
Catch you.
Yeah, are you going to lower it, or are you just going to drop it?
How are you doing the movement speed of the boat? Are you doing it according to my movement speed, or does 15 feet count as one turn?
For lowering the boat, either you're going to drop it and it's going to happen instantly, or you're going to slowly lower it and the people on the ship are going to have enough time to take a swing at you.
Ooh, I've got a thing to help you.
Can I take burn damage by letting the rope go quickly, but not letting go, but letting it just burn my hands as I'm raging, but letting it lower?
You know what? Sure. You'll take fire damage from the rope burn. Let's give it a.
That is painful.
Seeing as it's happening to both.
You're gonna die on the ship.
Since it's happening to both of your hands, I'm going to give you a d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
So it's a grand total of 2 fire damage as you sit there and just. And you can see like the skin on your hands, because this is thick, like ship rope. The skin on the inside of your hands is just melted off from friction burns.
How far would you let me get it down?
All the way to the ground. All the way down.
Oh, and then I can jump?
Yeah, and you can jump.
Right.
If you try and land in the boat, you're going to take fall damage.
What if I catch him?
Then you will take his fall damage as well.
Well, have him jump in the water and fish him
If you
out.
jump in the water, it's significantly less. You'll basically take the equivalent of 1. Fall damage is normally a d6 per 10 feet. This will only be 1d6 for 30 feet if you land in the water, because it still hurts to land in the water.
I'm just going to go for water. I'm just going to just drop it, just jump.
Okay.
Screw this, I'm out.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you hit the water hard.
And halved, because I'm raging.
Yep. You're in the water. The rest of you guys, I'm going to assume, fish him out.
Yeah, I just...
So 2 or 3 damage for that?
Yes.
You round down, so it'd be 2.
Okay, 2. Okay.
All right, so now you're all
fishing.
in.
I go halfling fishing.
All right, so now you're all in the boat. You guys notice that you guys are in a rowboat in massive, 50-foot waves. It's not a particularly enjoyable experience. As you guys move away from the ship itself, you notice a few more explosions rock the ship. You notice that the ship itself starts traveling in another direction, and within about 15-20 minutes, you can see the light from the general direction that it left in, but you can no longer see the ship due to the rain and the wind and things like that. I would like a survival check from anyone that is conscious.
Roger that.
At least I am proficient in survival, so...
I am not.
And my rage is probably worn off.
Yeah, the
Just
rage
on a
is
side
over
note.
now.
Cody,
What?
just on a side note, my familiar is going to fly down on its own and land on the longboat.
Oh, yeah, because it was chilling on top of the ship, right?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
That's a 10 survival.
10 survival. Fade?
13.
13. Punchinello?
11.
11. So as you guys are trying to find somewhere to go, you have no idea where in the ocean that you are. You guys are looking around for something, anything that you could use as a safe haven. You're really not finding anything. I would like everyone to make Constitution saving throws that are conscious.
A 6.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. Punchinello.
Sick.
All right. So both Fade and Punchinello, you now have level 1 exhaustion.
Welcome to my world.
From just trying to keep the
Shut
boat from capsizing in massive waves and stuff like that. Avok, you don't get any worse. So you guys have been doing this for hours at this point. It's been 6 or 7 hours. You still have no idea where you are. Go ahead and make another survival check for me.
That's not
17 over here.
Okay.
15.
And was that with disadvantage, Fade?
Sure wasn't. Let's try that again. Oh, 10 with disadvantage.
Okay. Punchinello?
What are we doing again?
Survival.
Oh, shit.
And roll with
Oh, fuck. That is an 18.
There's an 18. Oh, very nice.
18.
What was yours, Avok?
15.
15. Okay. So Punchinello and Avok, as you guys are going, and again, the waves are rising and crashing against you. You guys are bailing water out as quickly as you can. It's not helping a whole lot, but it is keeping you afloat. You guys are also trying to keep Phaeton and Elaine from drowning, just from the fact that there's water coming in over and over and over again. It's incredibly exhausting and everything. But Avok, during a flash of lightning, you and Punchinello both kind of see in the distance what looks like a shape. Because of how massively bad this storm is, you can't really tell what it is. But it's a shape, and it's not moving with the waves and things like that. And that's the only thing that you've been able to see thus far in this entire trip. So, what would you guys...
Okay, I'm assuming that Fade's rowing the boat since me and Punchinello are busy with the water.
Okay,
bucket.
sure.
Okay, I pretty much go Fade.
Hey, I see something. Go that way.
I go that way.
Okay, so you start rowing in that general direction. I would like another Constitution saving throw from the 3 conscious people.
Oh, fudge.
This is so fun.
16.
Okay,
15.
okay. Navak?
That is 14.
All right, so you guys are fine. You guys get there, another big flash of lightning as the waves are just whipping around and you guys are getting salt water in your face. You notice that over the next 30 minutes you've gotten closer to this non-moving object, another flash of lightning, and you can see it's silhouetted behind it is what looks to be some sort of an island. You can't really tell how big it is, but it's obvious that it's there. You think that you can get there in the next hour here, even fighting these waves and things like that. So, any other preparation work or anything else you guys want to do, or you just want to keep kind of moving?
Just go for it.
Pushing along, man.
All right. One more Constitution saving throw from the conscious people.
17.
All right.
Actually, that's a 19. Never mind.
Okay.
19 as well.
That's
All right.
another 14.
Another 14. All right, so you guys are good. Over the next hour, you're fighting the waves and trying to keep yourselves alive. You finally make it to the beach of this island that I have a handout for. That's it right there. All right, so you guys, again, are just fighting against this, and it's just really, really... Oh, I don't actually have this picture in there. Lovely. I have no idea why I forgot to add this. Hold, please.
Holding.
I feel like killing something and going unconscious is going to be a recurring thing for me.
Yeah.
Now you guys can see, you know, I'm removing the...
Seems to work for me too.
There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. All right, so you guys wash up on this beach that you can now all see, and so can the people at home. And if I was a better DM, I probably would have prepped that a little bit better. You wake up on this island, you can see that there's a fairly long beach. You can see some cliffs and more like mountainous region near it, and then this massive forest. You guys are so exhausted from the ordeal and everything that you don't even really have enough time to build anything remotely shelter-like. You basically just find a spot and just kind of lay down and slowly pass out.
Oh boy.
Nap time.
I just snort, roll over, and start snoring.
Yeah. As you guys awaken, you're able to get a full rest.
Yes. Level 2.
Those of you that were unconscious you get a full rest, but you only regain half of your hit points.
Oh.
Back to where we started.
However, the fact that you were able to escape from a ship that you were vastly outnumbered in gives you enough experience for everyone to get up to level 3.
Yes.
Oh.
Level 3.
Yes, you were all supposed to be level 2 before. I don't remember if I told you that, but...
No, you said since we didn't get a full rest, we were like knocked out that we couldn't level up to 2.
Oh, well, that was not my intention, so... Now you're level 3, so,
Oh,
I mean, that should be
okay,
level
3.
Ow.
That makes me happy. Oh, Barbarian 3 is my favorite.
Alright, so...
Still conflicted.
I'll let you guys deal with that later. When you wake up, your mouths are incredibly dry due to the fact that you haven't had any nourishment or water in over a day. And you probably swallowed a fair amount of seawater while you were out there. You haven't eaten in over a day as well, so you guys are very, very weak. A full rest does remove 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm happy with that.
Me too.
None of you are exhausted anymore, but you're getting to the point where lack of water and the fact that you drank some seawater, you are very close to being dangerously dehydrated, and there is no food around you that you can see currently. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, this scenario seems familiar with me because my backstory, I'm a wilderness explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would be kind of at home in the idea of being in wilderness. The only thing that's working against you right now is the fact that the dehydration that's setting in does make it a little bit more difficult for you.
All right. I would like to, first thing, find a freshwater source.
Okay. Due to the fact that, again, you're familiar with the wilderness, you'll make a survival check with advantage.
All right. 15.
15. You get a pretty good idea of what direction to go. In order for you to find clean water and kind of, make sure of it, that will basically be your day's work. For this day will be you going out, finding water, and then getting everyone to it. So
that's what I'll do.
So you will succeed on that. What does everyone else want to do for your first day on this island?
Given that I'm like my soldiery like background, and the crappy soldier background that I had, I'm used to like scavenging for food, so I'm going to go see if I can find some food.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
Just regular, no advantage?
No advantage simply because, while yes, you're used to it, armies are well fed. So you probably were trained on how to do that, but didn't do it often. So,
yeah, whatever they fed, I pretty much got scraps.
Yeah.
10
People that have to fight and do physical things need food, so they generally would feed you enough to keep you going. So what'd you get?
Yeah, but we were practically cannon fodder for them.
You still were valuable enough that they would give you enough food to operate. If you starve people that do physical things, they're worthless.
All right, makes sense. Okay, anyways, 13 survival.
Okay. What kind of foraging are you doing? Are you looking for berries? Are you looking for edible plants? Are you looking for animals that you can trap? What are you doing?
Animals that I can trap.
Okay. So with a 13, trapping animals is kind of difficult. You were able to find a few smaller, rodent-like creatures. Not a ton of meat on them, but obviously enough to keep you from starving, or keep the group from starving, since that's what you were looking for. But they will still be very hungry after the meager amount that you were able to trap. Phaeton, Elaine, Fade, what do you guys want to do?
Okay, I would like to actually do foraging for edible fruits, particularly things that would grow on trees, like coconuts or bananas.
All right. Are you doing that yourself, or are you having your familiar do it for you?
I'll have my familiar look for it, and then I'll pluck it with Mage Hand.
Works for me. Go ahead and roll. I'll let you choose between survival or... how do you communicate with your familiar? You're a wizard, right? So it's...
Yes. It's kind of a telepathy kind of thing.
I'll let you use Arcane for this.
Oh, sweet. Arcane it is. That's a 22.
Your bird has no problem being able to kind of scope from the air, different places where you could find coconuts and berries and stuff like that. Did you get a fair amount of food that supplements what Avok found very well? Between the two of you, you guys should be fed pretty well for today.
Okay.
However, with berries and stuff like that, there's not enough for you to find for you to store any extra food.
Yeah.
Fade and Elaine, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I really don't like hard living, kind of a former noble guy, so I'm really upset right now, so I'm kind of pouting.
Shaking my head at you.
Yeah, I know. Did we discuss at all, like, what we're gonna do? Are we just trying to survive, or are we gonna go exploring?
Right now, that's kind of what you guys are doing right now. You're kind of divvying up tasks. Phaeton and Avok went to go get food. Punchinello went to get water.
Then I'm going to build some shelter. I'm going to look for pieces of our longboat that I could use, and or trees, brush, stuff like that.
The longboat itself did have kind of like an oilcloth that was kept on it to keep it dry when it was in storage. That was still there when you guys were lowering it. So you have access to oilcloth, rope, and planks from the longboat itself if you're willing to rip it apart.
I will make that attempt.
Okay. What weapon do you use again?
I think I'm going to use my longsword to hack away whatever, but I also have my light hammer, which I'll use to kind of snap everything into place.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and just roll me a.
Survival, maybe?
Yeah, we'll go with survival. I guess it makes sense.
Ooh, not so good. 6.
So you succeed in destroying the longboat.
Oh, boy.
As you're sitting there trying to build things, you get the idea that you can use the oilcloth itself. You can rip it into pieces to use it as rope, kind of ignoring the fact that you already had some rope. And so you cut up the oilcloth into smaller strips and stuff like that and start trying to assemble it. It doesn't go very well. It doesn't really look like it's going to shelter you from everything, but you have a lot of broken boards and some shredded oilcloth. So
I'm very annoyed the whole time.
Elaine, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna just kind of scout around.
Sure. Is there anything specifically you're looking for?
Civilization.
Civilization? Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Ooh, yay, to think I have nothing in.
Due to the fact that you've spent most of your life in the city, you're not going to be familiar with the wilderness whatsoever, so you'll have to make this one with disadvantage.
Well, it can't get any worse than that. 7.
7, okay. So you kind of look around. You really don't find a whole lot out there. While they're doing all this stuff, you're kind of wandering around the island. You are able to get out a little bit. Notice that the island itself is more than a sandbar and larger than you had time to really scout. You don't get much more information than that.
I'm really helpful here, guys.
So, at the end of the first day, you guys are able to get food and water and things like that. You aren't able to get any shelter, and so you are kind of exposed to the elements and any wildlife and stuff like that. So before you guys get to sleep, would you guys like to set up a watch or anything? Any preparations you want to make before you go to sleep?
Well, I'm just so frustrated with trying to survive without amenities that I'm just going to be livid, and I'm not going to sleep anytime soon, so I'll volunteer for first watch.
Okay. Basically, for an 8-hour rest period, in order for you to get the benefits of a full rest, you need to be asleep or working on getting asleep at least 6 of those 8 hours. So if 4 different people take 2-hour shifts, that will generally cover a night.
I'll take a shift. I'll take the next shift.
Okay.
I'll take the shift right at midnight or whatever.
Okay. And then 1 more shift for either Phaeton or Elaine.
I'll take it.
Okay. So, you guys fall asleep. I'm going to roll some dice for you. Listen to the dice roll. Don't you just love that sound? Holy shit.
Not from the DM.
Especially not from the DM. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens at night. However, since you were exposed to the elements the entire night, you are full, which is nice, and you are hydrated, which is nice. So I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws with advantage.
Good.
To having a full belly.
Constitution?
Constitution, yep.
8.
Okay. Avak?
That is a what is my okay?
Oh, what?
16.
16. Okay.
20.
You're fine. What did you get? Another? All right, and then as soon as Phaeton gets back, Phaeton, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
With
what am I
advantage.
saving for?
With advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay.
Elaine, you have level 1 exhaustion.
Oh, great. Can we go back to the city, guys? I know how to survive there.
Yes, please.
It's a 17. Well, that made it.
Yeah, so you're
Let's see what the
fine.
second roll is. The 17 will hold it.
Okay, so You guys wake up. You're not feeling all that great. You notice that Elaine looks actually worse than when he went to sleep the night before.
I'm used to it.
The shelter that Fade built collapsed overnight and provided very little cover whatsoever. So second day dawns. You notice that the weather today is chillier than it was the day before. Nothing like you're not afraid that winter is coming or anything like that. But it is a little bit chillier today. It's overcast, clouds, and things like that. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think this time I'm gonna explore.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give it an attempt at making a shelter.
Okay. An illusory shelter?
Oh, shit.
See, the nice thing about Phaeton is if he screws up, he can just cast an illusion and make it look like he did. So
I
Phaeton
don't have
will
the
be...
components for that.
Yeah. So Phaeton will be building a shelter. Avok's going to be exploring. Fade, what are you going to be doing?
I kind of want to like pray to the Dark Lady to see if I can get some guidance on what to do here.
Sure. Okay, we'll resolve that in a little bit. Punchinello?
I'll explore some more.
Okay, so you and Avok will... do you guys want to explore together or go opposite directions?
No, I want to go together. Oh, you want to?
Oh, you want to go together? Oh, we'll go together then.
Another fist bump.
I'm just gonna follow Avok around because he seems to be.
And then Elaine, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll go look for some food along with my my rat companion.
Okay. Right. We will start with Phaeton. How are you going to build a shelter?
Well, in my time in school and such like that, I did a lot of studying and looking at through a whole bunch of books and some research and whatnot. And I might have run across a book dealing with survival situations and instructions on how to build a shelter.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a history check. See if you can remember finding a book like that.
Awesome. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
Uh, 13.
13. Not the most difficult thing in the world to remember, especially since it would have been kind of different from the studies you were used to. You do remember finding a book that talked about the basics of what is required of a decent shelter. It did not have step-by-step instructions, but you do know the important aspects to have it.
Okay.
So, how would you? How do you want to do this? How do you want to build this?
Well, I don't want to be too elaborate here because it is simple instructions. So I will start with the essential, basic lean-to.
Okay. You have strips of oilcloth. You have some rope, and you have some planks already, and then you have a forest. Do you want to use stuff from the forest? Do you just want to use the boat materials you had?
I'm going to use a combination of everything. I'm going to use some decent-sized sticks or rods from trees in the forest. Mm-hmm. Use planking in order to lay down a basis across the top as a partial roof, and lay the oilcloth across the top of that to waterproof it, and use the rope in order to tie all the pieces together.
Awesome. Go ahead and make me 2 survival checks.
Okay.
First one is going to be just if you can find enough materials in the forest to make it.
That's an 11.
That's fine. Not very difficult to find, sticks in a forest. And then go ahead and make another survival check. This one with advantage.
With advantage. Okay, well, that one sucks, so hopefully the next one's better.
Roll a 20.
Oh. 7 will be the high one.
7 will be the high one. So you attempt to make the lean-to. You don't really fare that much better than Fade did.
Well, at least I got the parts in the right place.
Yeah, you guys have a lot more building materials for your pile of sticks.
I'll tell you what, my knot work sucked.
Yeah.
And everything fell apart.
So that was your whole day. I'm just gonna have you roll Constitution saving throw, just because this is a little bit outside your realm, and you did a lot today. So just to see how worn out you are at the end of the day.
Okay, Constitution save for me.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Natural 20.
So you are feeling so good that anytime I ask you to roll a Constitution save for exhaustion, you are going to automatically succeed while you are on, at least for the next 2 or 3 days. Let's say 3 days. You will automatically succeed on saves against. Doesn't really matter that I'm talking to him right now because he just dropped out again. You guys remember that.
Roger that.
We remember that.
All right.
2 or 3 days.
So-
For me, right? He left, so that applies to me.
Avok and Punchinello, I am going to have you guys go on just a little bit of an adventure while you're
Yeah.
just to make it a little bit more fun. So you guys are wandering out around the woods, and you guys started off. I'm assuming you guys were camping near your water source, so you don't have to bring water other places. So
Yeah.
you start out.
Right.
The water source itself was not particularly far away from the beach, probably about 300 or 400 feet. So you guys start off going through the forest, not really noticing a whole lot, just kind of exploring. What kind of things are you guys looking for?
I'm looking for anything like man-made.
Okay.
What kind of creatures are around? Just kind of get a general feel of where I am.
Right. For this particular part, when I ask you guys what are you looking for, you're going to need to pick one specific thing that you're looking for.
All right, I'm looking for any tracks of humanoid tracks.
Humanoid tracks. Okay, so you're looking for human civilization type things.
Yeah, like
Okay.
where footprints tracks. Like see if anyone's been through.
What you looking for?
Any like buildings of some sort, like
Okay. So
man-made
the basics. You guys are both looking for civilization style things.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Survival. Actually, I'll let you guys choose. You can use survival or intelligence investigation.
I get advantage on survival still, right?
Sure. Why are you
I
getting?
think that was
Remind me
advantage.
why you get advantage on survival checks.
Because it's my zone. I'm in my
Oh
zone.
yeah, no, I'm fine with survival. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Technically, that generally tends to be a ranger thing, but we'll go with it.
Hey, I'm a badass.
You have grown up in the wilderness.
I'll stick with my survival checks.
You got
16.
16.
And I
Okay.
made a very good choice. That is a 22.
Cool.
All right. So as you guys are looking, you're not finding any real traces of civilization that you can see. It's just not here. So as you guys are wandering through, you're looking for more things. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
17.
21.
Okay, so as you guys are exploring, you guys hear a sound, very guttural, growl-like sound as you guys are exploring, and you immediately stop what you're doing and kind of start searching for the sound. You guys can tell from those checks that the sound is probably another 200 or 300 yards away from you to the north.
Still pulling out my axe.
Okay.
Yeah, my hand's on my great sword. Wait, you still have your axe? I thought
Yeah,
you didn't
where did
find
you get your...
stuff.
My next question is
Oh,
going to
wait.
be, where did you get an axe?
Oh yeah, we didn't find my shit.
No, you didn't.
I pull out my scimitar.
Okay.
I'm actually using the scimitar just to fucking act through the jungle.
Yeah, it's your machete. All right.
Yeah, it's my machete.
So, you guys have done that. Obviously, you have... Sorry, just looking through this. Obviously, you've noticed that. Do you want to head towards it? Do you want to go away from it? What would you like to do?
I'm going straight for it. I'm going to walk ahead of Avok, maybe a couple steps.
Are you attempting to be silent about it? Are you just going for it? What would you like to do?
How loud is the growl from 300 feet away?
I think it was 300 yards.
Is it 300 yards?
Yeah, 300 yards.
That's a loud growl then.
Loud enough, not just a growl, like you heard stuff happening from there, including a growl. You don't think that it was directed at you.
All right. Well, at the last 100 yards, I'll say I'll try to stealth, but for the majority, I'm just going to kind of stomp through.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth as well.
Like when I kind of feel like we're getting close to where the sound was, I'm going to start like slowing down and quieting down and trying to listen.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth checks for me.
17.
19.
All right, so you guys are both doing well enough. You guys make your way through, and you notice as you get to kind of an overhang, you notice what looks like a massive tiger that apparently has just made a kill. You can see a bloody carcass. You're not 100% sure what it used to be. But yeah, the tiger itself has made the kill. You can see it's ripping it up into pieces and kind of doing stuff. And it doesn't seem to have noticed you just yet.
Really, Phaeton?
So, you guys have a giant tiger in front of you. It's not purring, by the way. Fun fact: large cats cannot purr.
Knew that.
So, what would you like to do? You have massive tiger in front of you.
That's a
He's wearing a leather
big
jacket.
It's a lot of meat on that thing, I bet.
Well, I mean, everything to me is big, so how big is it?
It's a large-sized creature. Like this is a full-grown adult tiger.
Be a decent sized horse for you.
Yeah, dude.
It'd make a decent-sized horse for Avok. Punchinello, it would. Punchinello could fit like a family riding on there.
I think I'm gonna like put my hand on Avok and be like, let's just get the F out of here right now, silently.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Shit.
Oh boy.
12.
13.
All right.
We should get an advantage because he's eating.
You don't need advantage. I'm just going to let you guys know that advantage is not necessary in this particular instance. So you kind of whisper to him. You notice that as you say that, the tiger, like the ears kind of perk up a little bit. You notice that he gets up a little bit. He sniffs the air. You guys slowly start backing away. You get out of sight of the tiger, so you don't hear it coming after you. You're not 100% sure. But currently it doesn't seem to be following you. What else would you like to do?
Is there...
At this point, you are basically getting close to about 11 o'clock noon-ish.
okay.
So you've been out for a little bit of time.
Can I see through any tree line, like through like high ground?
You have some issues seeing too far away because the jungle growth is pretty thick. If you were to climb one of the trees, you could definitely see much better.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a boost.
Just a quick athletics check to climb. with advantage due to his boost.
That is a 15.
Totally fine. Not very difficult for you to climb up the tree. You get up to the top. You can see from where you are, you can see the beach. You're now probably about 1,000, 2,000 yards in from the beach, but you can still see it. You can see on the other side of probably about 500 yards away from where you are, you can see that the forest starts getting a little bit more patchy, and you can see larger kind of cliff faces going up, and the foliage and everything changes from the tall trees that you're seeing down here to shorter shrubs and things like that that cover this larger mountainous region. It's not large enough to, it's not like, snow-capped or anything like that, but it's much rockier in that area of the island. Also, from this vantage point, you can see a lot more of the island itself. It looks like the island is fairly large, but not so massive that it would take you longer than maybe about maybe 2 days to go end to end from this island through overgrowth and things like that. So, not a massive island, but definitely not small.
No traces of like ports or anything I can see.
You're not seeing anything from here. You can't really see the other end of the island from where you are. You're kind of making an educated guess based on kind of the slope of the island.
All right.
And the coastline, I mean.
Cool. I'll climb back down.
Okay. While you were up there, nothing happened.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1 on that, so.
Oh.
All the really cool stuff that I want to happen on this is bad rolls. So you come back down. You've seen, like I said, you could probably fairly easily get to the more mountainous region of the island in about like 3 or 4 hours if you want to go that general direction. Otherwise, again, you can continue exploring the more foresty area. Now, the thing about this forest is if someone were living, like if there was civilization or anything like that, like you saw canopy and tree lines, you couldn't see the forest floor from your vantage point because it's thick. So,
yeah.
And obviously you can't see over the mountains or anything.
Yeah. I'm going to tell Avok my findings, and we're going to try to decide what we want to do next.
All right. So it fills you in Avok. Anything you particularly want to do?
Well, personally, I think we should go deeper, maybe towards the mountains. Of course, bring the rest of the gang along.
Yeah, after that tiger, I think we should group up.
All right.
I still think we could have taken the cave, just the two of us. So.
I did knock out like 3 times today. I feel like, or not today. In general.
So you guys make a beeline towards the more mountainous, hilly region of this island. As you get there, go ahead and roll perception checks for me.
Ooh. That's an 18.
Okay.
That's an 11.
All right. So as you guys are going, you notice that, again, the foliage itself starts to thin out. You're getting a lot more shrubs and bushes and shorter trees. And you can see further up this particular mountain, you can see what look like little caves every so often. None of them look man-made. They look very natural, but obviously there might be a tunnel system within the mountains, or it could just be random caves that form naturally. So what would you guys like to do?
Shit.
Well, let's take a closer look at those caves.
What time is it right now?
Now you're pushing
Shouldn't
about
get, like, late afternoon.
2, 3 in the afternoon.
We'll go see if there's any traces of anything around the caves, and I'd say we like head back.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. So as you guys are kind of exploring, is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
I'm looking for any type of activity around the cave entrance
so
face or whatever.
Type?
Movement, any kind of animals, creatures, nothing, anything.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Avok, is there anything particular that you're doing?
Probably the same as him.
Okay. Perception check from you as well.
13.
13, okay.
19.
19. Punchinello, you don't really notice a whole lot. Avok, you notice some tracks in the few areas that the ground is soft enough to leave tracks in this area. You do notice one track in particular. It basically looks like kind of an oval, oblong circle type shape with 5 little circles on top of it and then little lines on top of those circles.
Describe that to me again.
So let me see if do I have something to draw with? I'll draw it for you. I'll draw it. I'm a good dungeon master, I promise.
You haven't killed us yet, so.
Oh, give me time.
It's either a human who hasn't cut their toenails in a long time, or something with claws.
Give me a second here, because I actually have to look this up so I know what it looks like.
Uh-oh.
There we go. That's what I want it to look like. And I'm going to just let you guys know right now, I am not an artist, or I'm not a visual artist. My my art generally tends to involve lines on paper.
Stick figures.
No, lines and dots actually. So I am a musician. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Okay.
That looks like a bear paw.
Sure does.
Just drink it.
So you see tracks that look very similar to that. So, what I'm going to have you guys do, Punchinello, even or odd?
Odd.
Odd is a good choice tonight. So while you guys are up there, you notice that obviously you see those tracks. Whatever creature made them doesn't seem to be here right now. So what would you guys like to do?
Let's go back to camp before it's too dark.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we found a tiger. We found these tracks. Obviously, there's large wildlife here. Let's go warn the crew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just going to just book it back? Are you going to try and walk back casually? Okay.
Let's just straight.
Yeah. Walk back just to keep ourselves perceptive of anything.
Yeah. A quick pace, but not like blinding.
All right. What is your stealth modifier for the both of you guys?
+2.
+2? Okay.
+2.
Okay. So while you guys are going, okay, I think it's time for us to go back. You start booking it, and then you hear, after you guys have been running maybe for about 2 or 3 minutes, you hear something that very quickly changes your mood. You hear this kind of really deep breathing. It's like, and you look behind you to see standing on hind legs, just making this massive sound, is this large brown bear that noticed you guys as you were going and seems to be very interested in you. What would you like to do?
How far is he away?
He's about... good question. If I hadn't closed the monster manual on it, I would probably be able to tell you. He looks to be about 60 to 100 feet away. So relatively close, not like right on top of you.
Well,
So you want a challenge, do you?
go time.
Okay, so you guys ready for battle on your own?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
absolutely fine. Go ahead and roll for initiative for me.
12.
11.
Shit. Bear, get a natural 20.
Bear goes first. Bear comes
Yeah.
down, and we're going to say goes for Avok. Runs at you, takes a big old, tries to take a big old bite out of you. Misses because I can't roll with shit. I'm assuming an 11 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
And then tries to bat at you with its claws and gets a nat 20 on that,
Oh.
Ow.
Rest in
which
peace.
is really, really bad. Because that's 46 damage.
Ow. And I'm not even raging. Shit.
Not yet.
Well, this is incentive to rage.
Thank God I took care of my HP when I leveled up.
That's 5, 6, 7, 13, 17 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I completely forgot, due to the fact that this isn't like a full battle, we're just going to go, who is the next highest? I can't remember. I didn't write down the initiative because that's stupid.
It was me, then Avok.
Okay. So, you're up first, Punchinello.
I'm going to rage.
Okay. You are raging now. You have a bear in front of you going, "Arr! Arr!" He just took a swipe at your buddy, bleeding pretty profusely at this particular point in time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to just beat at him with my freaking scimitar.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I have on me.
That's fine.
Just going to go for it. Shit. 10.
10 is, what is their armor class? 10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, shit.
Avok, you are bleeding.
Yes, I am. Why am I doing that? Anyways. Okay.
Time to get raging.
So you start to rage.
Yep. I'm gonna swing out with my greatsword.
Go for it.
13. 19.
19. 19 is a definite hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Plus 10, 12 damage.
Not bad at all. All right, so you come up as this bear is just taking a chunk out of you with its claw. You come up and just bury your great axe in one of the shoulder haunches of this beast. Take it out. You notice it's got a nice cut there, but this beast is still ready, and so it comes back and takes another bite at you. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it hits.
You take 11 piercing damage, half because of your strength, or your raging. So that brings it
So
down to 5, yep. And then it goes and swipes at you with its claw again and gets an 18.
Come on.
7 plus 4 is another 11 damage, so another 5. Are you still conscious?
Still am.
All right, so Punchinello, he is taking a rather large bite out of your friend.
I'm going to stab him right in the gut.
Go for it.
Sure. That is a 22.
22 is a miss. You actually rolled too high. No, go ahead. It's a hit.
The 1d6, right? Or the scimitar?
Scimitar, yes.
Yes. Natural 1.
All right. You add your strength
Yeah,
mod.
I know, but I'm just saying. I
Okay.
was upset with that. 5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
Is
So
that for the
bleeding.
rage damage?
Now you can see it is bleeding. What?
Does rage go up one?
Rage should add, I think at this level, adds 2 damage to any strength-based
Yeah, it's still it's 5 still.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just get 3 rages now instead of 2.
Yeah.
So did you do more damage or no?
No, just 5.
Okay. All right, Avok, you're up next.
Okay. So close, dang it. That's a 25 to hit.
Another miss for rolling far too high. Go ahead.
Again? Come on. That's another 12 damage.
12 damage? Not bad. Now the bear is bleeding out rather profusely. He looks really, really rough off at this point. The bear, kind of sensing his own demise, is going to take one more swing with his claw at you. Oh, shit. That's another nat 20. Sorry.
Thank God you're raging.
10,
Yeah,
11.
but I took pretty bad damage.
Yeah.
Oh, math is hard. 13 plus 4 is 17 for that attack.
Half.
So yeah, that halves it.
8. Okay, I'm still alive.
Damn it.
Barely, but I'm still
I wanted your sword.
Don't you dare.
And seeing that you look very, very bad off and it can smell your blood, it decides to take one more attack at you. It gets a 12.
Miss.
All right, so big old bite, and you're able to kind of bat it off. And it decides that it's probably in its best interest to kind of book it out of here. So go ahead and I guess it's 2 opportunity attacks from you guys.
Yep.
Meat.
16.
19.
That's a hit. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage, both of you.
Oh. 9.
Much better. 14.
All right, because you both did this, how do you want to do this together?
I say we both chop his head off.
Yeah. Just a scissor cut.
All right,
Yeah.
so...
And I jump into it just to match his height.
All right, so you both are sitting there. Avok is just mortally wounded. The bear itself, you can see fear in its eyes as blood is just leaving its body in buckets. It takes the swing and the bite at Avok, and he bats it away, and the bear starts running away. And as soon as you guys see the change, you both kind of look at each other, and you kind of do a sword 5 as you tap your blades together. And then Punchinello goes, and Avok, you just kind of bend your knee down to give Punchinello somewhere to get some jump off of, and he jumps off it, and then you both bring your swords down, and they both cleave into it and separate the head completely, and the rest of the body falls to the ground. So you guys now have bear meat.
Yes.
Which is good. See, I don't think anyone actually looked for food today, did they?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, so you'll have something to supplement that. And that will kind of end your adventures. You spend the rest of the day carving it up and getting it back to camp.
Man, I should have went with you guys.
Yeah. Elaine and Fade, I will have other cool adventures for you guys as well, I promise. Elaine and Fade.
Okay, I'll chime in later.
Oh,
Yes.
did you have something else that you wanted to do?
I wanted to wear the bear's head as a hat.
We'll deal with that when you get back.
Okay.
So
we're taking everything we can, like the bear fur and...
yeah, everything you can. You have basically the rest of the day to do that, and because you guys kind of did one of these things, you're not particularly far away from camp because you kind of change directions mid journey. So
yeah.
All right. So Elaine, Fade, what are you guys doing again?
I was praying.
Oh yeah, you're praying. We'll deal with you last. Elaine.
Yep.
I was looking for food.
All right. Go ahead and a survival check with
I don't know
disadvantage.
if it's necessary anymore. With advantage?
With disadvantage due to the fact that you have your exhaustion.
Oh, that's great. I'm just going to say it's 3.
All right. You are able to find salt water and sand.
Yay, we're on a beach, guys.
Fade, what are you asking the Dark Lady for specifically? Like you're kind of,
Well, we're lost on an island. I hate it here very, very much. I'm kind of looking for, I guess, to put it simply, like a direction where I should be going.
Okay.
I feel I trust in her, and I feel like she will point me to where she wants me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Total of 16.
16. So as you pray, you start to feel the presence of the Dark Lady. You've had one experience like this before when you first started experimenting in necromancy and things like that, and had your first successful test of it. You felt this very bizarre feeling. It was kind of like a cold embrace, to where it was slightly unsettling, but also this almost reassuring feeling. There wasn't any malice or anything behind it, but it was very, very different from anything you'd ever felt before. And you're starting to get that feeling now where you're focusing and you can feel a presence kind of almost holding you, but you feel this kind of cold chill go up your spine, and you immediately break out in goosebumps like you've just been hit by a chill wind. And the feeling itself just starts getting stronger and stronger, and starts. What is that? Are you okay?
Phaeton is asleep.
I hope I haven't put him to sleep, because I'll feel bad about that.
I think he was snoring.
That's pro.
The cat kind of was leaning over.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the cat was like totally just slouching. You just hear this.
I didn't think I was that boring. Like, I thought I was making something that was really entertaining for you guys.
It's been fun.
Sorry, he's a buddy of mine. I just texted him. So that'll be on the internet for the rest of existence. So you're feeling this intense feeling, like this presence that you've only felt once before is just getting stronger and stronger. And you start to feel almost, it's really hard to describe, but you get words start appearing in your mind, not as if somebody spoke them, but you just feel and get this understanding of the idea of you. You get the idea that you need to find a way off the island, and that's all you can really get from it.
Okay. Hey, that gives me a goal to get off now. So
you also feel, you get this feeling that destroying the boat is not what your god was not particularly thinking that's a smart idea. So
can I try to appease her by using my mending cantrip?
She's not upset with you. She just, like, the feeling you're getting is kind of, well, that was a dumb idea.
Okay.
Right. So, that is where we are going to end it for tonight. I'm just going to mute him for just a little bit.
I love it.
I'm going to give him such a hard time. Apparently, it's actually the program.
That's fucking everywhere.
Apparently, like, he just texted me. Apparently, the program is causing him some issues. I don't think he's actually out like a light.
Okay. All right.
But it'd be a lot funnier if he
I
was.
thought you were passed the fuck out, man.
Okay, let me see if. All right, I've unmuted you. Can we hear you now? Are you there, Phaeton?
I'm here.
All
Can you hear
right.
me?
We kind of thought you'd fallen asleep. So.
No, not really. The thing kind of locked up on me, and I wasn't seeing anything, and just sort of nothing.
Yeah, we just kept hearing this like really deep breathing. It's just like.
Oh. Okay.
So we're like, he fell asleep.
Darth Vader has arrived.
Like the tiger did this.
So we are
And
actually
it
going
was
to end
next
tonight's
story.
session at the end of that day. You guys brought enough bear food back that you can live for, if you preserve it correctly, which with the massive amount of salt water and stuff there is, you guys can figure out ways to preserve the meat, cook it, all these things. You probably have a couple days worth of food there. And some extra sand and salt water from Elaine. So.
Hey, yeah.
So, so that's where we're going to end it. You guys are on this island that you haven't been able to find anyone else on, and Fade's deity has said that he needs to get off the island.
Yeah, we're level 3.
Yeah, and you're level 3. Very Gilligan Island-esque.
Yeah.
You guys are just missing Marianne and the professor. So.
Although I feel this had a little element of Lost in it.
And you guys find a random door with a bunch of numbers scribbled on it.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
We leave.
And eventually you find a guy that calls everybody brother and speaks in a Scottish accent. So.
Yeah. His name's oddly enough Desmond.
Yeah, it's weird. I was so mad at that show after watching it for 6 seasons. Like, it just...
Oh, God.
It upset me.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much, guys, for coming out and watching us. Those of you in the audience, we had a blast. Thank you, my lovely players who came out and became a Rakshasa. I just want to let everybody know, not this weekend, but next weekend, I am going to be helping out with a 48-hour D&D live stream done by fellow critters like us and Team Human. We are raising money for Extra Life. So if you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter, and I tweet about it every single day. You can donate. We're trying to raise at least $1,000. I'm hoping for us to raise a lot more than that. Apparently Rocket Raccoon has joined us now. Please donate. It's extralife.org/participants, participant/critters community. And that's where you can go to donate. And please check us out, watch us. We have, I think, 8 different DMs running close to, I want to say it's over 30 different people through Dungeons and Dragons for a full 48 hours. So it's going to be really, really amazing. And it's for a great cause. It goes to help children. So. Any of you guys have anything you want to say before we go?
I don't know if anyone's aware, but Liam is going through some stuff right now, and a critter, Angie. Let me see what her Twitter is. I can't type. Banjalerp on Twitter. She's kind of putting this thing together that's sent to him on Thursday. So it's just basically if you want to, take a picture with a heart or, it's less than 3 themed. If you want to send her a picture, she's got an email on her Twitter. And just send her a picture. She's putting together a video to send to Liam. Just to show that, the critters care.
Yep. For those of you who don't know, Liam O'Brien, he's a professional voice actor. He plays one of our favorite characters on Critical Role. He plays the half-elven rogue Vaxel Don. And he apparently had a family emergency over the weekend that has been pretty rough. We don't really know any details. If he wants to share them with us, he will. Otherwise, he just could use, a hug, basically. So, yes, please.
Stuff in the chat.
Let me open up the chat real quick. I'll actually, I'll type in his handle.
Voice of Liam.
Yeah, Voice of O'Brien is what it is.
Voice of Brian is.
Voice of O'Brien.
I will post it in chat. If you guys want to just, send them, Internet Hug. My personal favorite thing to see is a hashtag I'm trying to get more people to use. It's hashtag Internet Hugs for Strength. Because when you're going through tough times, it's nice to have someone just go, here's an internet hug. I hope you feel better. So feel free to say, hey, we care about you. We think you're a lovely person. So yeah, if you guys missed any of this tonight, it will be I will be uploading it to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody. You are more than welcome to go there. The Twitch stream is going to be split between twitch.tv/All4Geek Alliance and twitch.tv/Critters Community. So like I said, the 23rd through the 25th of October, that's not this weekend, but the one after that, you head to those channels and you'll be able to watch us play D&D and have an absolute blast. So again, that's going to be all for me today. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up, and I will see you guys another time, because I have no idea when my next video is coming out, because I am super, super busy with everything else going on. So, yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.
C'est la vie.